Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the one and only Rumboyz Fantasy Network. This is Rumboyz After. Oh shit, that way. There we go. Rumboyz After Dark. I'll get the finger pointing down as the show progresses, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure that you spike that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you have not already. And well, also, we greatly appreciate it if you dive off into the live chat, enjoy each other's company, and share the content. Most importantly, share the content. Bring your friends, your family, your aunties, your uncles, your mamas, your papas, your classmates, your co-workers, your cousin Pookie twice removed. Let everybody know here about Rumboyz Fantasy Network, Rumboyz After Dark, every single Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Let's get it! Ladies and gentlemen, what's the deal, Pickles? Is everything kosher? This show is brought to you by, the Stacks app. Ladies and gentlemen, join Stacks. Okay, follow us on Twitter, join Stacks app. Go ahead, download the Stacks app. Link is in the description at stacksapp.io. Go ahead and click the link. We have some very big announcements coming here in the next couple of days. A lot of March Madness tournament giveaways, some autograph memorabilia from some historic college basketball players is going to be given away on the Stacks app. And the only way that you could get involved in our Stackatology tournament is by downloading the Stacks app. Also follow us on Twitter at Join Stacks app. I'm letting you guys know, I'm giving you guys a little behind the scenes information as partial owner in Stacks. I'm getting you guys ahead of the game as partial owner in Stacks. Stay tuned during the live chat. In the live chat, I may drop the link to the Stackatology tournament for you guys to get some early enrolls before we release what prizes for what players we will be giving away over on Stacks. Ladies and gentlemen, also this show is brought to you by monkeyknifefight.com. What the? Promo code Rumboyz. That's right. Promo code Rumboyz in all caps. And myself and my crew, my pirate crew, will match you on your very first deposit all the way up to $100, along with giving you a $5 free play voucher. All right. So we got a lot of action coming with March Madness. We got a big fight tomorrow night. So if you guys want to go ahead and get it on over to monkeyknifefight.com, download the Monkey Knife Fight app, available on iOS and Android. You could get in on that Masvidal Covington action. And if you use our promo code, you're going to get matched up on the money that you put down to play, baby. Let's go. Available on iOS and Android. Monkey Knife Fight. monkeyknifefight.com on your laptop, tablet, etc. Promo code Rumboyz. Get matched on your first deposit all the way up to $100. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the cast and the crew. First up, ladies and gentlemen, representing the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, you can also catch him with Going for Two. It is Drop the Mic FF.
What's up, Robbie? I brought a friend onto the show. Mr. Socko, you ready for Rumboyz After Dark? Because I am. Let's get it.
If you don't fucking attack your face at some point with that sock, like, bro. See, I would have gotten extreme. I was just like, bro. For those that don't know, that is a WWE reference. Shout out to the Mankind.
Trust me, Mr. Socko will appear at some point.
Mr. Socko will appear at some point. And maybe this man may act as Rikishi. It is the Cutoff Savage, the graphic designer of graphic designers. Panda. Get it? It's a designer reference. Z2 Fantasy.
What's good, boys? What's good?
What's up, boy?
Hold on. I don't like that I've been in the gym and immediately the first thing you should do is flex. Is that from tossing on that side today?
Yeah, basically.
Hey,
my hammies gonna feel it tomorrow.
For those that don't know, we did have a conversation via text about tell me you are country without telling me you are country, and we were talking about baling hay and tossing sod. Like, hey, Toby, I love you, bro. Thanks for being with us tonight, and thank you for doing this bomb ass graphic. Look at you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, next up here on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, he has been away for the last 2 weeks, but back. Guess who's back? Back again. Guess who's back? Tell a friend. Ladies and gentlemen, Pigs.
Hey guys, just play up my pussy really quick. Oh man,
For real, I've never seen your cat like so comfortable. He is like now. I saw you pick him up backstage. And I was like, he's about to hate this because now he's got to keep that
he's
cat
chill
there.
as shit. He's getting love all the time. He's just killing it.
Now he's gonna want to stay there, bro. You got a cat on your
He does.
shoulder.
He hangs out all day. I'm gonna fluff him up, rub my pussy all night. Yeah.
Kinky. You're giving me Dr. Evil vibes, by the way, just so you know. $1 million
will not get you a house in San Francisco. To tell you that shit right now.
Nope, not where I'm at either.
No. In the words of Mark Cuban, millionaires are now poor people. Like, ladies and gentlemen, representing the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, it is your resident Steelers fan, hailing all the way from Canada, Raji Harris.
What up? How we doing tonight, boys?
What's up?
Raji?
Aside from the cast of Letterkenny, you are and Drake, of course, you are my favorite Canadian. So like,
you know what? That's an elite group to be in. I'm glad. Thank you.
It's Drake, Letterkenny, the whole cast of Letterkenny, and then you.
You know, I'm cool with that. I'm disappointed that the Trailer Park Boys aren't up there somewhere. But like, I digress.
All right, really quick. All of our Canadian fans are about to get really pissed at this sake before I bring up this last guest.
You better not.
Letterkenny is better than Trailer Park Boys.
I don't necessarily disagree, but
okay. Wow.
Trailer Park Boys is still elite.
I'll leave that up for debate. Sure. Ladies and gentlemen, by the way, Euphoria is the new Degrassi. Ladies and gentlemen, our last panelist of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, representing the Overtime Heroics crew, give it up for David Gillespie.
There we go. What's going on, fellas? Glad to be back with y'all again.
Really quick, can you lean in and like just tilt down like almost like a 30 to 45 degree angle? Show everybody the lineup. Like homie got look at him. He's like I want Rumboyz.
I don't want to brag, but your boy's looking fly today. You know, no, I'm playing.
Ain't nobody dope as me.
Just so fresh and clean. You know,
yo, bro, I literally played that song like 3 times back to back the other day. It was 67 degrees here in Colorado Springs. The weather's trying to break. And I was like, I get to wear my Rumboyz tank top today. By the way, speaking of Rumboyz, Rumboyz.com. Speaking of merch, Rumboyz.com. Promo code Rumboyz for free shipping on all Rumboyz merch. Get the hell over there and buy yourself something for the summer. Our tank tops are fire. If you're on hashtag Get Sexy 2022, you need a Rumboyz tank top. Like for real. Sun's out, guns out, baby. Let's go. Fellas, y'all know how we gotta do. This is actually before I even do the ceremony toast to break bread here on the show. This is my 3rd shot of the night already. Okay. I did one for all my Snapchat followers. You guys can now officially follow me on Snapchat at Rumboyz Robbie if you would like exclusive access to Robbie's life. It's just a lot of gym montages, me drinking on my days off, eating really fucking fire food, and hooking up and doing crazy shit. Yeah. So if you want to see what my life is like off camera, at Rumboyz Robbie's where you can follow me. But yeah, let's go ahead. Let's get into this before we break bread on the show, before we kumbaya over some NFL action. All of you degenerates. Ladies and gentlemen, you're tuning in to Rumboyz After Dark. It's nothing but the hits. Nothing but the hits. Nothing but the motherfucking hits. Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the Rumboys and girls. What it do? Dilly, y'all.
There we go.
And first up with the first take for the first topic tonight. Here on the Rumboyz Fans Network, we have Drop the Mic FF. This is officially, the fastest wide receiver group since 2003. All right. Now, before I get into the question, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to break down the stats for you because stats are important to give in this scenario to give you context behind what we're talking about. You got Tyquan Thornton, 4.28. Velus Jones, 4.31. Calvin Austin the third, 4.32. Danny Gray, 4.33. Bo Melton, 4.34. Christian Watson, 4.36. Garrett Wilson, who is everyone's favorite right now, 4.338. And my personal favorite, Chris Olave at an official 4.39. Now, fellas, that is 8 gentlemen. Okay. And actually, I've even seen reports where there's also 2 more that were left off of this 8 that I just named. What are we thinking about this sub 4.4 class? Who stood out to you? And who's going to be the most amazing in your belief at the next level? Shout to J Love, shout to Weeds, shout to Triad. Slap yourself. Psh, psh. Let's go.
Okay, so speed is important, but I think because the combine is, shorts and t-shirt, there's some people that read too much into the combine, especially the 40, because it is the sexy event that we see the guys running at the combine.
Yeah.
So I do believe that some people put too much into it. The guy that I'm not going to go who I think is a slam dunk, because the guy that I think could be a slam dunk in this class, I know there is some talk about Traylon Burks, not running as fast, but I was impressed that Garrett Wilson ran a 4.38. But the other guy the one that I'm impressed with, it's a little bit slower than the guys you mentioned, but I was not expecting Alec Pierce to run a 4.41.
Ooh.
From
Yeah,
Cincinnati.
he was sneaky good, honestly. With
I
that
think
40.
I think that is going to elevate his stock, and that's my guy.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, the GIF master. GIF, however the fuck you say it, okay? Tomato, caramel is up in the chat. Bro, Craig, keep adding to the Rumboyz library. Craig may or may have not have helped me rekindle some flames with the recent one. Shout out to Craig, man, with the call me on my cell phone Drake gif of me. Toby, what do you got? Z2.
I'm gonna go with one of the guys that you named in the top 8, and that was Christian Watson from North Dakota State. I like running a 4.36 at 6'4", 208. That's pretty insane. He looks smooth in the gauntlet. His hands are big, his arms are big. Like, he just looks smooth for the size of a guy he is. And running a 4.36, I think, really elevated him. I know he's not in pads and whatever, but you transfer that 4.36 with the pads on, it's still a low 4.4 in my mind that he's going to run. And I think he bumped his draft stock maybe into the late first round, maybe early second. He'll go early day 2. So that's my pick. That's who surprised me.
Okay, I like that breakdown. Especially so. What I love that you mentioned during your take, brother. Ayo, shout out to Weeds for hopping on over to the Twitch, showing us some love. Thank you. What I love that you mentioned in your take is about the gauntlet, which I feel, for me personally as a receiver, is one of my favorite events to really judge. We've had a lot of great call outs in the past because of that drill whenever we broke it down the combine. So I appreciate you. Thank you for bringing that up. Pang, what do you have, my brother?
Mute.
Rookie.
Take a
Can't hear you.
Drink. Well, okay, so he's drinking a fucking ginger ale. Is he drinking a ginger ale?
Anyways, yeah, I got shit to do later. Sorry, my bad on that.
Oh, good.
Like I said, as everyone else said, the rookies that are doing pretty well, they're doing combine shit, running 40s. I don't really care. I just don't care about the 40. I don't care about the combine in general. We've already seen many guys outkick their coverage based on their 40s, right? Like based on their combine. DeAndre Hopkins, Arian Foster, Jerry Wright. Like there's a lot of dudes that just put up, right? These guys that get drafted in the 3rd round, Terry McLaurin, Cooper Kupp. Not sure if you heard of these guys. So I don't give 2 fucks about combine shit related, but I will say that Chris Ola looked pretty cool. One to watch, and I do like watching that one, the particular drill, the fucking pass catcher one. That's the only drill I do like to watch. Other than that, I don't give 2 fucks. And bench, I think bench is a little bit underrated actually for receivers and whatnot. You got to be strong. You got to be able to beat press. You can't be a fucking weak and beat press.
Nope. No.
If you watch a clip of like Richard Sherman fucking bullying Cordero Patterson and tell him to go do some more fucking reps, that shit's legit.
Hey,
40 don't mean shit. The dude got 4 inches on you, 5 feet
Huh?
on you. You know, he's gonna play off coverage and beat your ass. So
I'm gonna put it in this type of scenario. If you guys follow me on Snap, Z2 follows me on Snap. I'm constantly showing my bench, and if you notice the form of which I'm benching, so I'm benching as a receiver, as someone that's gonna that this year during the celebrity fantasy game, I'm playing both sides of the ball. I'm playing offense and defense. You know, like obviously I'll make sure, you know, I'm effective on both, and I'm giving myself, you know, fresh legs and shit. But for the Angry Pirates team this year, and like the way that we're building our squad for this tournament, you know, it's a 5-on-5 tournament, and the way that we're trying to build our squad for Canton this year, like I'm constantly benching. Like I love that Pang brought this up. Z2, you see me on Snap. Like I'm constantly hitting the bench because I'm making sure that if I have to press somebody, I'm making sure that even if I have to one hand jam you to make sure I can keep contained, I can keep that outside release, I can maintain my release. I'm making sure that even that with that one hand, I have enough power to just bow and make sure I knock you off the fuck balance. I don't care how fast you are. If I can knock you off balance, if I can just put enough to make you respect me. So I love that you brought that up because it is super important. I mean, because that whole movement and that whole body structure, that's coming from in here. You're not coming out. You're not blocking someone out here. You're not pressing here, especially when you're a man. You're coming here. You know, if you're fighting a DB, you know, your hands, depending on how you stand as a receiver or depending on what the route is, either your hands are down or either they're here, and you're always ready to fight. And everything is always inside, just like a boxer or an MMA fighter. You're almost inside. You're trying to get inside. So I love that you brought up the bench.
it's a real thing, though. It really is.
There's form behind that too. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. I don't care about how much you bench. Well, I do care about how much you bench, but when I see guys doing the bench, I'm caring about form. You know, are you going up and are you boom locking out and coming up powerful and strong? I love that you brought that up, dude. I don't think that there was a better take for that. Holy fuck.
I mean, Robbie's already ready to put on the pads again.
I mean, just on a side note, like
don't play with me across the middle, baby.
Got shit for his combine, and like look at him now, right?
Who is this? You said
DK Metcalf. He got shit for his combine. Like AJ Brown got drafted in the second round. Like because these guys have some reason to shit on you. Like they're gonna get it wrong, and I think over exaggerating a guy trying to run a 9 route doesn't mean anything to me. Oh my god, look how fast that guy runs straight. Holy fuck. Means nothing.
For me, it is so we
Sure,
did
for
talk
running
about
backs,
this.
that might matter a little bit.
We did talk about this on the Stacks app. For me, it is important that I see certain skill sets in a combine atmosphere, depending on my playbook and depending on my personnel grouping that I already have. So let's take a guy like Rondale Moore, for example. Arizona at that time when they pulled Rondale Moore off the board, you had already had the big, tall, lanky guys at the veteran class, at the veteran status, that personnel-wise gave you that ability to go for jump balls, contested catches, so on and so forth. Who was going to be that gadget guy who can be short enough, low enough to, you know, if we need you to run a route, you can run a route. And we need you to get open during that route, you could get open and be a receiver, but you also hide behind that O-line and work as almost a Deebo Samuel-esque type of role. And this year, because he was a rookie, that was more so experimental. But that was a draft pick. That was a personnel fit. That was a scheme fit. So I think the combine is super important from a GM and scouting standpoint. And I love that you brought that up as well. Raj, I want to get into your take, my brother. How are you feeling about this wide receiver class? We love wide receivers on this channel. We're talking top 8 fastest guys since 03. What's up?
So, I mean, I just want to get into that bench press thing. That really doesn't matter this year. I mean, only 3 guys did the bench. Basically, every receiver at the combine opted out. So I feel like we can't put too much weight into that this year. But apart from that, if I were to pick one guy who jumped the most of draft boards, in my opinion, got to be Calvin Austin out of Memphis.
Yes.
I mean, he's a small dude, so people weren't really giving him credit, but his physicals were off the fucking charts. 4.32 in the 40, 39 or 35-inch vertical, like an 11 something foot broad jump. He went nuts. And I mean, despite being a small guy, he really showed out and definitely raised his draft stock. I wouldn't be surprised if he's like an early day 2 pick.
So what Calvin proved to me, in an era where a lot of people are doubting, a lot of casuals. I won't say a lot of people, because that is overly generalized. And I apologize if you feel like you're attacked by what I'm going to say, but if the shoe fits, fucking wear it, okay? And lace that motherfucker up real tight, all right? So I don't snap your ankles during this take. What a guy like Calvin Austin showed me is that for those, like I was saying during Payne's take, that are non-believers in this whole draft process with, the interviews and the testing and the measurables and, the verticals, the gauntlet, the 40 times, for all the guys are like, well, this isn't important. I mean, what about everything they did in college? Like, what if you have good stats during college? So on and so forth. What a guy like Calvin Austin proved is exactly why this process is so important. Because a couple weeks ago, I posted a tweet. I'm like, guys, I love receivers. Tell me what receiver you want me to break down. And I didn't even do I because everyone was like Garrett Wilson. I was like, now I don't want to make this video because obviously a lot of people are making this video. This is obviously who the fuck like everyone is like, you know what I mean? So I love that you bring up Calvin Austin III, because he proves that a combine day can really make or break where you get selected, how you get selected, and really make you pop off the boards. So, yes, is the process important? Yeah. When we're talking about a guy like Calvin Austin III, I feel like Tyquan Thornton in that same grouping. Like, I was not looking at a Tyquan Thornton until once I saw the 40 time, I was like, now, what are you going to do? Like, now I'm thinking he has my attention, because I'm like, all right, now what are you going to do with it? I've seen a lot of fast motherfuckers not be efficient. One of my favorite players of all time,
Justin Ross.
John Ross.
John Ross. There we go. Fine.
John Ross. I'll take it even back to the old school. Rocket Ishmael.
Yep.
And Rocket Ishmael, an amazing guy. His film is amazing.
From Colorado, right? Was he Colorado? He's from.
Yeah.
Almost every kick returner receiver is like stupidly fast, but completely useless on the field.
Thornton's gauntlet was dog shit.
Ishmael's problem is that he never had a 1. He's a perfect 2. Because of his speed, he's a 2. I feel like Thornton's going to be a 2, but his 40 time is gonna make people be like, oh my gosh, give this guy a chance. Just because you're fast. What was the movie with Keanu Reeves? The Replacements.
Yeah.
Orlando Bloom. Or not Orlando. What was that?
Orlando Jones.
Orlando Jones. Yeah. Not Orlando Bloom. Orlando Bloom was on crack. Or Orlando Jones. They had to put the sycamore on his gloves. He was fast as fuck, boy, but couldn't catch shit. So I like that you did that, Raj. Great take, David. Talk your shit, boy.
Yeah. I honestly, Raji took the answer right out of my mouth, honestly, with Calvin Austin III. I thought he was the most impressive with his 40-yard dash. I mean, he was third in vertical jump with actually was 39 39-inch vertical jump as opposed to 35, but which is still, either way, it's still impressive.
Still nuts.
But it was even more, actually, in reality. And second in broad jump as well with 11 feet, 3 inches. He also had the fastest 20 cone as well. With a 407. So he really stood out to me as far as everyone that really boosted their draft stock.
Repeat that name for us.
What's that? Calvin Austin III.
Let's go. So you're on the same boat as Raj, is what you're saying.
Yeah, in terms of who boosted their draft stock the most. I mean, the guy that really everyone's talking about Garrett Wilson, and for great reasons, because that Ohio State receiving core was just unreal last year with that 3-headed monster they had back there. And you got 2 top-notch receivers. And the crazy thing about it is, as great as Garrett Wilson is and as great as Chris Olave is, the best receiver hasn't even entered from Ohio State into the combine yet until next year, and that being, of course, Jackson Smith and Jigba. But that's a different story. The 2 guys that honestly didn't participate in the combine this year, that actually I would put over Garrett Wilson were Drake London and Jameson Williams. Those are the guys who actually they weren't getting a ton of buzz.
Maddie.
But because they didn't, honestly participate, obviously we're talking about these guys. So those are the two guys that I really think I would have been eager to see. But obviously with them nursing injuries, we didn't get to see any bit of action from them. But Calvin Austin III, I think it's great to see him kind of showcase his talent, because I know there's a lot of hesitation about Memphis offensive talent, especially with the receiving core that they have there in previous years, like translating to the NFL. Look at Anthony Miller, for instance, and how he didn't really end up translating despite him being a monstrous player there. Calvin Austin, he's a little guy, but he's so shifty. He's so dynamic. He's so versatile from a receiving standpoint, from a returning standpoint. I think it really just spoke volumes to how we need to start valuing guys who may be little compared to other guys that play above their size like he does. And he put that on full display. So kudos to him. But Garrett Wilson looked great in the receiving drills and the 40-yard dash. Chris Olave actually surprised me the most with his 40. If we're talking about his unofficial time, because he ran about a 4.26, which I didn't expect that to happen. I knew he was very fast. He was going to probably have like a 4.4 or something like that, but not a 4.26. That was ridiculous.
4.26 is pretty fucking wild.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. I mean, that's like that's CJ2K speed practically.
I mean, if we're being for real though, like the 40 times, like the unofficial 40 times weren't very accurate once the real numbers came out. Like we can't put too much weight on it.
Yeah, they had some issue. I remember with Tyquan Thornton, they thought he had broken John Ross's record. And
they thought he was a 4.21, right? They were pretty off this year, man.
I love that.
I mean, the last person to run that fast, hurt himself doing the 40. So
it's crazy.
I love that Matt takes advantage of his custom emojis and uses them. I get that StreamYard won't let them be on the screen yet. I know that's a really hard coding issue, but if you're watching on YouTube and if you're in a live chat on YouTube, that you can't say that that's not a dope feature that we're providing. We're giving you guys the emojis. We're gonna have some new emojis dropping next. We're planning for Tuesday or Wednesday. Be on the lookout for it. I am gonna be uploading some new emojis. C2, if you have something like this, you want to make do it, dude. Mike, you too, Raj, you as well. I know you guys love graphics. If you guys want to put your art up as custom emojis, let me know, okay? Hey, really quick. If your network is not giving your people opportunities, what the fuck are you doing, okay? Give your people opportunities. Diversify your bonds. Let's see. I'd like to play in H-Town. I love to play that Lovey Smith system. I like Jadavion 2.0, Kayvon Thibodeau. Okay, I like Tebow. I like that. For me, I know that everyone I piss everyone off with my Chris Olave love, and I don't know why everyone chooses to hate on him. I don't give a fuck. I'm really high on Olave.
He's great. Any one of those Ohio State receivers, honestly.
Dude, the unofficial was a 4.26. I love his hands. I love his route running ability. When you ask me about a guy that's really going to make an impact for whatever NFL team he goes, there are two that I feel jump out to me. Obviously, Garrett Wilson, but you're all already on Garrett Wilson. So kind of, in a way, I'm over it. It's like everyone going after the hot chick in school. It's like, I'm not about to go after the hot chick because you're all doing it. And I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with the rejection or I'll take Chris Olave. And I have a feeling that no matter what team that Chris Olave goes to, he's going to be a good 3. He's going to be a good 2. If he has to be a 2, he'll be a 2. If he has to be a 3, he'll be a 3. I feel like he's the most probably NFL ready in terms of a confidence standpoint to perform in his role no matter where he gets picked. And his system prepared him for that.
The one thing I would say is I'd like to see him fill out a little more because he's a little slender, but he's very fast, so he makes up for it,
And then that's where I also do lean that favoritism. So I lean that favoritism towards Robbie likes ugly bitches confirmed. Hell no. Gosh, damn. Do you guys like the cards get at Quanu?
I'm gonna tell you this: whoever the Cardinals draft for receiver, they're gonna ruin their career because that's what they've done for the last 7 receivers they've drafted.
I don't trust the Cardinals ever picking receivers, but they're
I
gonna
like
do it.
what's his name? Blanking out on his name right now from Texas. Name Christian Kirk. I liked him. I think he's a decent number 2. You know, he's not great.
I think he could have been a lot better, and I think we saw a very whatever kind of mediocre career so far because it's a Cardinal issue. Whoever
Their
their
Jones
wide
could be
receivers
a
coach out there is, like, dude, they've drafted what, like Hakeem Butler, fucking, Christian.
I think
Kirk,
it's Van Jefferson's dad.
Huh?
It's Van Jefferson's dad.
Is the wide
Yeah.
receivers coach?
Hilarious.
Yeah,
Really?
that's not great because
Yeah.
it just hasn't been good. They fucking haven't had a receiver since Michael Floyd.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he's been their true number.
If you want to
2.
say John Brown, you're fucking high if you say John Brown too, because John Brown is up and down career.
No, this receiver class
It is.
is very deep.
Super deep.
It really
Doesn't fucking matter. They're gonna go over
Give me
there.
some-
They're gonna fuck it up.
Drink if you have bigger hands than Kenny Pickett. What was his hand measurement again?
8.5.
8.5
Eight and a-
inches.
Oh God, I'll take a shot.
Mhm.
Me and Kyler have the same size hands. Ladies and
Baby
gentlemen,
hands.
Jordan Love.
Yeah,
You need a
What's going
haircut.
on?
it's long, bro. I know.
Very
it's long.
badly needs a haircut.
You're not even.
Can't even
Bieber
see his
status.
eyes.
You're not even Bieber status anymore. What the fuck?
Okay.
Do you play bass for a fucking Bullet for My Valentine?
Man, I just
My
want to
Chemical
grow up.
Romance, you know.
I
No,
haven't done
exactly.
anything
My
with it in a
Chemical
minute.
Romance. Hey, holy. Hey there, Delia. How's it like in New York
New York
City?
Alright.
Oh, I hated that fucking. That was my middle school
Y'all
like
hate the emo
nightmare right
shit? I
there.
love the emo
I
shit.
hated that song.
Me too, dude.
I hate the
Me
song.
Fuck that song.
Good fucking era.
It's
though.
okay, Jordan. I like your haircut.
No, I will drink to having bigger hands than Kenny Pickett.
Oh, everyone does. The
You know,
average,
everyone's-
the average 5'8" white man has bigger hands than Kenny Pickett.
Hey,
Everyone's
listen,
obsessing about it, but it's like, is it really that
I
big
mean,
of a deal? I mean, is
Kenny
it a bigger
Pickett
deal
is
to
a
be
s-
short, or is it a bigger
No.
deal to have small
Okay,
hands?
alright.
you
If
know?
we're being
Alright.
real though, Kenny
Wait.
Pickett is a very average white man, just a little bit taller. If we're being for real. Like
He's fast for he's fast for a QB though.
4'6" good.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
To be fair-
David so wanted to say he's fast for a white boy.
I
I heard the hesitation. Like I heard it.
To be fair, his thumb on the hand that they measured, it doesn't like extend like at
It doesn't
all.
like you can't like
Here,
It's
I'll
double
actually grab,
jointed.
I'll
basically
grab
stuck like this.
So
Yeah.
granted, my football is a college ball, but I'll show you guys really quick. Hang on.
Yeah, but apparently his thumb on the hand that they measured is double jointed and it just
Yeah, it's
doesn't
double
extend.
jointed. It's
So
double.
it's probably his hands are probably closer to 9 inches because he can't extend his thumb.
So
like
this
that.
is so
That's
this
the point,
is
yeah.
this is obviously the camera's not going to do it justice, but this is no gloves. I don't have my gloves on, so this is me. I'll do the whole Jamar Chase right on the stripes. So this is me
Uh-oh.
on the stripes. I fold over the ball, right? Like where I'm supposed to catch it, I fold it over. If I were to be a QB and I'm throwing, like I have plenty of room. Like I have, like I think I have. So last I measured, I had 9.5-inch hands. Like maybe even possibly if I had like an official measure, could potentially be 10 inches. Because I know that like this is the most fucked up thing, right? So every rookie came in when I was doing the 2019 interviews. J-Love hasn't actually heard this story.
This is gonna surprise me then. I've heard most of them.
I don't think it'll surprise you as much. I think I told it. I've told. Maybe or either Tyler.
Is
told
it the TJ Hoogie Mama? Fucking
No. This is not the TJ Who's on it. So this is the Kyler Murray story, right? So like every rookie that I interviewed during that day, like I dapped them up normal. Like y'all know how like you walk up to your homies and you dap them up and like you bring them in close for like the hug, right? You do the dap and the hug. So when Kyler came for the interview,
He sent you a giant essay that read like shit.
bro, I
was
went
too
in for
short.
I went in for the grown. So first off, he was shorter than me. He was shorter than me. I was like, "You're not 5'10". I was like, "You're not 5'10". I'm 5'10". Like
He's 5'8".
He's like a solid
5'8".
5'7", bro. Let's be
Bro,
honest.
He's
when I
5'8".
go, I went in. I
Or
purposely go in for like the regular grown man handshake, like the regular like business professional handshake. My hand folded over his wrist.
Kyler's got huge hands.
Okay, I really thought the story was
He
gonna
has
end up like a
9
lot
inches.
worse.
He has-
Like
he
you were
has
gonna
9
reach in and
inches.
grab
He
his
has
cock
9
on accident or something.
Oh, you wish.
I mean, at this point, I think you wish. That'd be kind of cool to say, "Hey, man,
He's got nine. He's got 9.5.
He's 9.5 inch hands.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, bro. Mine were definitely bigger.
I slept.
All right, bro.
I'll
Bring
give
out the
a fuck
measuring
about
tape
man.
right now.
Wow, wow.
Bring out the measuring tape. Let's see it.
I don't have a measuring tape, actually.
I don't.
Yeah. What do you think I do for a living? Do you think I study football?
You just
or I
not
do
have a fucking. I
construction?
feel like a measuring tape is something that everyone has, is it not? Like,
No.
No.
what the fuck is wrong? Y'all are weird, bro.
Bro,
Why
my
you measure
dad-
shit,
my-
dude?
I keep one in my truck.
Rod.
Yeah,
we
see, there you
didn't-
go.
No, Rod, that's just Toby's redneck. We didn't just finish building. Rod, we didn't just finish building a kitchen.
I need a yardstick.
I'll take that, Mike. I am.
All right,
confident.
ladies and
extent.
gentlemen. All right, J-Love, really
To an
quick.
extent.
So I can get into this next topic. Give me a quick, who's the wide receiver that jumped off, for you?
Sky Moore won that 40 time, was great. On the
Yeah,
field work,
yeah.
he was the most impressive. And then second, I know Jahan Dotson's 40 time was knocked a little bit. Great on the field, has the best hands in the class. Easily, he should be in the talks for a first round pick, even though he's going to drop a little bit.
Beautiful,
Probably, yeah.
beautiful. This wasn't intentional when I wrote the show sheet, but we're gonna keep it on wide receiver talk, so it's a perfect segue. J-Love, we start with you. The Dallas Cowboys are looking at releasing wide receiver Amari Cooper, allowing him to test out free agency. Where does he land and why? I have heard the craziest fucking scenarios. So someone please give me something that makes sense.
You might hate me because I'm starting this. One, the cut makes 100% sense. I know they want to bring back.
We
Gallup
know that
and
the cut.
Caleb Wilson.
We know that the cut makes sense.
Yeah, I know. You're gonna hate me for this. I'm going to say he goes back to the Raiders and he's gonna reunite with Derek Carr.
Wait, Derek Carr stays?
Derek Carr stays. They're talking to him
scenario?
to get an extension, and he goes back with his quarterback, and they run it back because the last time they played together was when that leg broke. So they
He'd say, use your phone, get a ruler. My hand is bigger than my phone. I don't think my phone would have a ruler that would measure it. But Wink and Weed says that Bears. Okay, so
Hell yeah.
Like, you really think? Wow. Do you think he misses the Raiders? Like,
I think he misses Derek Carr and his consistency that he gave him because, I will say it. Derek Carr is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott, and I will stand by that.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm looking for
I'm
that.
here for it.
Dak is so fucking overrated.
I know.
he said, if y'all
Good
if y'all pull out measure sticks, I'm getting off dudes and groups of measure sticks.
I would disagree,
That's
but
a
it's
great
close.
comment. That's a great comment.
My point is, if we talk about last year, people were
Albert
all
saying
about how Derek
Patriots.
Carr would be
Albert
out of the
saying
league
Patriots.
and shit like that.
Look, there's numerous places that make sense. I'm going off one that I think is likely and that I think
Each
makes sense
panelist
to
only
me.
gets one. Each panelist gets
Makes
one.
sense
You cannot. All right, if you are a panelist, this is part of the game. You cannot defend a chat member's take. It is what it is. The chat's take is the chat's take. You have to have your own take. So you're sticking with the Raiders.
I'm going with the Raiders.
So you're not defending the Patriots take.
Nope. I'm just saying there's numerous places that make sense. For
We
this
get
album.
that. That's why each of us are going to have a different opinion.
Exactly.
I'm
Going
just
with
saying. Okay, so that. All right, boom. Anyone else can agree with Albert's take, or you can take your own. Let's get into David. I'm interested now. Now we're adding stipulations. Now we're fucking making this interesting. Let's go, David.
I'm gonna go. You know what? I don't give a shit if I sound like a fucking homer here. I'm hoping and I'm thinking optimistically that he's come to my Chicago Bears. I think we're finally gonna find a way to address our wide receiver issue, starting with Amari Cooper. Like really address it, not just having Allen Robinson or die, basically, which has essentially been the
Not a Mooney
situation
guy?
Darnell Mooney, baby, don't
for
fucking
the
hate.
previous few years.
I love Mooney.
Well, no, I like Mooney a
I would
lot
let
too, but I
Mooney
just mean
move
in
me.
terms of a number one wide receiver, number one caliber wide receiver. Mooney is a solid number two. He's a good number two, but I don't know if he's going to be a perennial 1,000-yard receiver. I just don't quite know. There's flashes, but flashes in a pan, honestly, with him when it comes to his athleticism. I think with the Bears, they've got enough cap space. They got over $26 million, pending obviously what happens in the near future with, the cuts they make and the decisions they make. And I think that's why I would also take them over the Raiders, for instance, because the Raiders have about 10 million less in cap space as of now. That could also change again too. There's anything can be done with the cap space, as Adam Schefter says. Anything can be done with that to resolve those issues. Yeah, very fluid. But that would be interesting for the Raiders, honestly, to pair him up with Hunter Renfrow. But I think the Bears, I think Ryan Poles, their newly acquired GM, is going to finally make some big time money moves, bringing this guy in and making him their number one receiver. And why the fuck not? Honestly, I mean, Allen Robinson had a horrific year last year where he saw no remote signs of legitimate number one production. I think they all want to go different ways, I think, honestly. And I would like Amari Cooper. I think it would be even an upgrade too to an Allen Robinson. I like Allen Robinson a lot, but Amari Cooper, I think there's more big time play capability coming from him. So why the fuck not? Honestly.
Damn. Okay, so I've heard the Bears chatter a lot. I am not, before anyone does it, I am not taking shots. But David,
what's this? What's going on?
You had the most logical take, and I want to fucking thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I want to thank you for making it from a Bear standpoint make sense, because I've heard some shit, okay? I've heard some shit.
Oh, I mean, the Bears receiving court, it's been a dumpster fire for years, honestly. Our best receiver, probably in franchise history, wide receiver, if we're talking, is maybe Brandon Marshall. And he was only there for 3 fucking years, Alshon Jeffrey. Even more than Alshon.
That was the most logical approach towards getting Cooper that I appreciate.
Brandon Marshall is probably one of the best receivers to ever be a veteran, team hopper.
Don't do that.
Brandon Marshall? Yeah, I know, right?
Don't do that.
By fucking far. He do show up on your team for a year and get 12 yards of some random quarterback and then leave. Yeah, all right, guys, I'm gonna go play with some other motherfucker now.
His best QB he played with in his prime was arguably Jay Cutler. I mean, for fuck's sake, that's sad.
Hey,
I feel so bad for the quarterbacks this man had to play with.
Yeah,
whenever I see him on More Than an Athlete, I'm just like, dude,
oh my god,
you got fucked.
And you know how many playoff appearances he had?
Zero.
Bro. Yeah. The fact that he has the fact that he has a stat line that he has, he made the playoffs 0 times. I'm gonna be honest. The way that man is built from a wide receiver standpoint, I don't think that I would want to go heads up against him as a DB. I'd be like, you know what, bro? Fuck it. I'm just gonna take this round off. 6'5". I'm just gonna take this whole game off. He's 6'5".
Yeah, which is 6'5". He's a big motherfucker.
He's 4.5, something like that. Yeah. Runs a.
He was drafted in the 4th round.
Yeah, UCF.
What's his weight? What's the weight?
225, 230.
230.
Yeah, something like that.
4th round pick, by the way, because we get it right.
By the way, too, with Treylon Burks running that 4.5 40, everyone's criticizing him.
It was
expected. The same shit. He did the same shit. He was phenomenal.
If you expected Treylon Burks to run a 4.3, you are not
delusional.
Bro, and even a guy of Treylon's fucking size as a DB, if coach is like, yo, you're manning him. Why? Do you want me to die? Do you want me to be able to? Do you want me for next season? Because I may not last.
Since somebody just brought up a 40 time, Breece Hall officially ran a 4.39.
Oh, that's gross.
That's sick.
That's insane.
Sick.
A man that big shouldn't be able to run that fast.
He's not that big. He's not as big as some people thought. He measured in at 6 foot 205. So he's not as big as the 6'2", 220.
He must have lost some weight, man. He was big in college.
Here's the other issue with the combine. A lot of these guys.
These guys drop a lot of weight for 40, man.
Yeah, I feel like he dropped some weight because he was 220 at least.
Personally, I'm gonna.
Don't know.
I love Spiller, and I like that he did not run.
Jordan, shut the fuck up.
I'm just kidding. God damn it, Connor.
Let's go.
I don't know. That's wild. Wow.
Was Pierre Strong's official out yet?
Let me look it up. It's probably on the.
Hey, for real. All right. So just like the luxuries that Matt gets, CR. Anytime you need betting advice, hit me up. You're my favorite person.
You know what he does? He walks into the back of the building and asks me.
Oh.
4.37.
All right, hang on. Matt, hey, CR.
Kenneth
Mike
Walker
is
came in at
good.
4.38.
Mike is good.
4.38
Why
Kenneth
he's my
Walker?
right hand man, but I am real fucking good. I am worth the fucking money.
Kenneth Stronger at 4.38.
Kenneth Walker came in at
Or
4.38.
fucking Kenneth Strong.
Hey,
Yo, that fucking draft pick and that startup is
I
already
love
paying
me
off.
some
Come on,
Kenneth
my boy. Fucking love Ken. Bro, that boy destroyed my Wolverines too many times for me not to love that guy.
so wait, because it's a dono hype, what do we think about the whole Christian Watson joint?
Look, if he went anywhere else, he could easily be a first-round pick. But because he went to NDSU and people are going to look at him and say, hey, you produced against lower-level competition, he's not going to be a first-round
Yeah,
pick.
but like Trey Lance.
No. But here's the thing. Here's the
He's a
thing.
quarterback.
No. But J-Lo.
Quarterbacks.
No. I have to. No, stop. I have to. This is now getting into a me and J-Love thing. All right.
Go ahead.
So here's what I have to say. You don't, and you and I, we both know this. We've analyzed enough. We've worked together long enough as scouts. Like when we get into when we have to put on our scouting hats, we've worked together long enough to where we know plenty of guys that didn't need to be those first round picks or those. We know a guy that jumps off of paper, and we know a guy that is like, I don't give a fuck where you get drafted. I don't give a fuck if you get drafted. If you're gonna be an impact player, you're gonna be an impact player. Antonio Brown, as crazy as he was, later round guy. You know,
Randy, 42.
Fuck it. I'm really hold on. Y'all want
Hunter
me to
Renfrow.
Hunter Renfrow.
Brian Hartline.
No, I'm about to fuck with everyone's head. I'm about to fuck with everyone's head, bro. I'm really about to fuck with everyone's head. What day did Randy Moss get picked?
I don't actually know.
I have fucking no clue.
I actually don't know.
What day?
I would
Or
assume
what
the first
round?
round.
What round?
He was picked in the first round.
Assuming the first.
He was not
But
the first.
he was not in the first.
Yeah, he was, I think, at the second, right?
Because he went to
Randy
Marshall.
Moss was not a first round pick.
Because he went to
Was he a
Marshall.
No,
No,
yes, he was a fucking first round
He went
pick.
21st overall.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
Oh, yeah, no, he went late. Yeah, it was dumb late. It was dumb late. It was dumb late.
Basically,
It
his
was
shit
dumb
dragged him
late.
down because of the computer
21st.
situation.
He
He had the off-field concerns, you know.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
off-field
We got
concerns
first
and
or
they dropped
second
him.
round,
It was a drop.
Yeah.
It was off-field concerns that dropped him.
Also, he went to Marshall, which wasn't the best.
Yeah, he was supposed to go to Florida State initially, but they Notre Dame was in the
Guys,
mix.
you don't have
That
to
is
go that
very
far. You can
correct.
literally look at Cooper Kupp. Like,
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp was like a third-round pick.
Mhm.
People
Cooper Kupp
said
had-
he went to
Cooper
shitty
Kupp had
school.
no
fucking-
offer. Cooper
Weeds
Kupp had
here,
no
yeah.
offers coming out of high school.
Yeah.
None.
No, Cooper
You
Kupp
got
had
completely
no
shout out.
offers.
And if you Google Cooper Kupp and Steve Smith's name come together on YouTube, half the analysts you fucking see on Twitter and shit are talking shit
Hey,
about
you
him
wanna-
on video about his
You want to know
draft
a
year.
crazy? You want to know a crazy fucking combine scouting stat about the Los Angeles Rams?
What?
What's that?
So you know how we always say, so literally, this is a 1% fucking scenario that this worked out. So the NFL no longer uses the Wonderlic test, correct?
No, they do. They
Well,
did it this year.
They
Yeah.
did?
Yeah.
I've heard different things. I've heard they don't.
No, they
and
did
I've
it.
heard they do.
They do it. They did it. Malik Willis came in with a 32.
Yeah. So see, I heard that, and then some, and people were like on the Stacks app, join Stacks. On the Stacks app, people were like, well, they don't use it anymore. They use a different test. It's
Okay,
a different
it's not-
test.
It's
I
not
mean,
as-
they don't take it into consideration
It's
as
not
much as they
as
used to.
valued as it was in like the
Yeah.
80s, but it's still used.
So check this out.
To be fair, it should be. Dwayne
Hey.
Hassett's fucking fucked up on that test.
Matthew Stafford, hold on. Matthew Stafford, and Cooper Kupp
Mhm.
are the highest rated QB wide receiver combo on the
On the
Wonderlic.
Wonderlic.
Period.
That's crazy.
That's fascinating.
That's
I
actually.
mean, that's interesting.
I
But
learned
Johnny
that.
Manziel
I
also
learned-
did really well in the Wonderlic too.
But even then, bro.
what's crazy is if you
Yeah,
look
but he
at
wasn't
him,
slosh when he took it.
it's crazy. If you look
God
at him,
damn it.
you might think. that
Oh,
Wonderlic
you
was
know,
amazing.
guys.
Fuck
off
you,
a night of
God.
an 8-ball, or honestly fucking around, you know.
Fuck you, Payne. You just made beer come out my nose.
What did I do?
That felt good.
No, it fucking
Probably felt great.
burns. I want to sneeze so bad.
Side note: The only fucking piece of proof I need that the Wonderlic doesn't mean shit is that Josh Dobbs, a literal astrophysicist, scored like a 22 on that bitch.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
he's
Why
a
are you
brilliant
in-
guy.
That's all I
Wait,
care
wait,
about.
wait, 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 wait. Why are you a fucking NFL player if your major is astrophysiology?
Cause, dude,
Great question.
I don't know, but dude works for NASA and is an NFL quarterback. Fucking
Arguably an NFL
dream.
quarterback.
I mean,
Remember-
he's still on a roster. It's something.
My nose hurts
he?
so.
Oh, he's on
Is-
practice squad. He's on
Yeah,
practice squad.
exactly.
What's his name?
No. So
Oh,
Jaws, it is easy to turn down the Wonderlic. But what I will say,
Yeah, I think it is optional.
Yeah,
will say- I think
what
it
I
is
will
optional.
say is with centers and QBs or with high percentage receivers and QBs, there is a correlation because of cognitive abilities for those positions to be able to have more synchronicity.
It's center, quarterback, middle linebacker, and safety.
And safety.
Those are the four that they're actually going to care about it with. Anyone else, not really.
Center is huge for it.
God damn it!
People forget that O linemen are like the smartest motherfuckers actually when they get out there.
Yeah, running
Protection
backs are,
schemes and everything. Yeah.
I want to make this clear. Running backs at an NFL like knowledge level are
Really low,
Are
really low,
idiots.
really low. Yeah, if you're gonna argue Wonderlic scores and bring up running backs to me, I'm gonna let you know that
Right.
you know nothing about scouting. I'm gonna call you out on your
Okay, yeah,
bullshit.
but
Damn, y'all just insulted that entire community of running backs.
well, no, it's just
Hey, every running back I coach in Pop Warner is like, fuck you, Ryan.
Yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
look, it's a stereotype that kind of it rings a
Chewing
little
on a fucking crown.
But
Hey, what about
anyway, we were talking about Christian Watson.
Zeke,
and then
eat
that
this.
stopped. We were
What do
talking
you
about
mean? That's all he does is he eats, you know.
we were talking
That's
about
all he
Christian
does.
Watson, right? And then we got
Yeah,
completely
yeah.
sidetracked.
We were talking about Amari Cooper.
Well,
How
I
the
mean,
fuck we
yeah.
got over here,
We
bro?
were
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about
We
Amari
were, yeah.
Cooper, and we got super far off topic. Let's
You
get back
fuckers
on
did.
topic.
I've just been chilling here waiting for my fucking turn.
No, let's get back on
Okay.
topic. Yeah,
All right.
Raj, go. How do you feel about the Amari Cooper situation, though, man?
Worth it for them to cut him only because they gave.
Oh, we got a new member. He joined. He's a member.
He's been a member, bro.
No, he's not. No, he hasn't.
Yeah.
Yes, he has.
Yes, he
He
has.
was a member when he donated.
Yes, he
Did
was.
he? Wait, what?
Yep. You would get the notification if you just joined.
You know what?
Oh, a new member.
Roger's
think-
turn. I'm a drink.
Come on,
No,
Okay.
I CR remember. He remembered last time when that night that went crazy.
He
It
did.
was either last night or 2 weeks ago.
I think
The
it's 2
Shuey
weeks ago.
night. The Shuey night.
It was the Shuey night.
That was
You're
last
correct.
week.
Hey,
That was-
CR, just make sure you circle back for our UFC predictions. We have
Yo.
some fire. Go ahead.
Okay, moving on. Okay, worth it for them to cut him only because they are dumbass and gave Zeke such a bag. Other than that, though, if I were to select one landing spot that I really like for him, it's the Jacksonville Jaguars. You got Trevor Lawrence,
Whoa.
and think. Okay. Just
Wait,
think
no,
about
I want him to go.
No,
Let him go. Let him go.
No,
Let him
just think
go.
about
Let
it.
him
Just think about
go.
You got Doug Peterson in there right now, right? He
Yeah,
just
yeah.
got hired. Imagine Amari Cooper being used as the X, like
Go, King.
Doug Peterson used Alshon Jeffrey,
Eat
and
king.
you
Eat
are
king.
set. And that's all I gotta say. Just imagine it, bro, and I am here for it.
But
Jeffrey-
did
Jeffrey
Alshon
ever
even
have
involve
1,000
this number
yards?
one? He never had
never had
1,000
1,000
yards with the Eagles.
Yeah,
never
he
with the
never had
Eagles.
1,000 yards.
Either way,
I mean, he did win a Super Bowl though.
I mean, I get
Yeah.
you.
The Super Bowl
Yeah,
as the number
he
one
won the Super
receiver.
Bowl. Yeah.
There you go.
Then who's the Zach Ertz?
I'm not really a big fan of Alshon, anyways, but yeah.
Yeah, Alshon kind of tailed
But
off.
Amari Cooper is better than
He's
Alshon
just
Jeffrey.
injury prone,
It's just-
man.
it's just- it's just a role.
I agree.
To be
He's just
fair,
the role he's
fair,
gonna-
that was in a sense a revival to Alshon's career, and he went from a 400-yard receiver to I think he had like 880 yards that year. So if
The
he
thing with
is taking
Alshon was
that
he got
talent,
He had- Well, he had 1,000 yards multiple times with the Bears, though.
I know, but he went on like a 2 or 3 year skid where he was like a 400-yard receiver, and
yeah,
then he
it was in part,
kind
I
of
think, because of injuries. Like he's played
True.
with injuries throughout his career,
that's
so there's
100%
that.
I
true.
mean, I also think he got a little bit lucky that he had to play behind Brandon Marshall, which is like the best
Yeah,
distraction on the field. Like you get number 2 corners, like that's
Mhm.
money for you.
Well, they were
You-
two
you-
skyscraping receivers. You know,
Yeah,
they were
he's
basketball
a
players playing
he's
on
a
the outside.
bully type of guy, but bully
Yeah.
guys usually don't last in their 30s because you can't be physically dominating
Yeah.
anymore. You know, at 32.
I hope that's not D Hop.
No, I don't think D Hop is a physically dominating guy.
J Love, stop it. Stop. Do I need to fucking
Yeah,
mute you
take
before
this
you?
blasphemous.
All right, so hold on. Here's the thing. I believe in manifestation. D Hop everyone knows this. Like D-Hop is one of my favorite receivers, especially at
Me
the contested catch. Can you just not do that for the rest of the show? Like,
Yeah, look, man.
Okay.
After last
Dude,
year, I'm worried.
do you
That-
have
that's all.
incense? Do you have incense? Do you have candles? Do you need to cleanse out that bad spirit that you just fucking let in?
I'm good, bro.
Probably.
Damn.
Bro, you for real. All right, no. J-Lo actually made me uncomfortable with saying that's I'm lighting an incense. No, for real. He really did give me. I'm the superstitious football player. No.
Oh, we know.
No. Paying your take, bro, while I do this.
I was gonna shoot with the
Fuck you,
Jags
Jordan.
because they have the cap space for it, but
Mhm.
since it's already taken, I'm gonna go with my second choice, and it's gonna be the Bengals. I think they need a fourth receiver on that team. No, I'm just kidding with you.
No, run with that. Run with that
They need
take.
a fourth fucking receiver.
Bro, if they
it's
get rid of Boyd, oh god.
It's going to be a team that I think it's on it that has a second year, third year quarterback. And here's funny: all the guys that have those have the best cap space, right? You got talking Dolphins, Chargers, Jags, Jets, Bengals, Broncos, right? I think he might end up on the fucking Jets. It's gonna seem weird, but they just paid Corey Davis, I know. But how many games did Corey Davis play? They're gonna try to make Zach Wilson work, and in order to, so they don't have that excuse that they have with Sam Darnold. We didn't do anything to help him, which to be fair, they fucking didn't. But so they're going to try to remedy that. They're going to overcorrect. They're going to pay for guys like Corey Davis. They're going to pay for Amari Cooper. Both those guys are going to get injured and they won't fucking play this season. Jets, way to go.
Hold on.
And they're probably going to buy Melvin Gordon too.
No, because you just said that. Because you just said that. We're about to have Rumboyz first. Dog, the route running ability. I'm finally going to go on air and admit it. The route running ability of Amari Cooper is fucking. Homie is a geometry teacher. He's a geometry teacher out there. The way he cuts angles.
Oh yeah, he's a top
filthy
5
as a
route
route
runner.
runner.
He's a top 5 route runner in the NFL.
Look,
He's phenomenal.
If he goes to the Pang, I get that you were saying that from like. If he goes to the Jets, I think that could be dangerous. Like if the Jets could solve offensive line issues in the draft, and then
which they will.
They had the cap.
I mean,
I think you're onto something.
I look at Amari Cooper like how we looked at Diggs before he came to the fucking Bills, right? Like a guy that's good enough, but isn't getting that kind of love. Is kind of on a downhill just because of the franchise he's on. But he could go and maybe change it, help a guy that is new get better. Josh Allen without Stephon Diggs, I don't think he
was
gets
bad.
that much better. Yeah, he was not getting that better. He needs a hyper target guy. Corey Davis wasn't it, but Corey Davis makes a great number 2. Mark Cooper is better.
Elijah
is
Moore
a bottom borderline 1, but he's still a 1.
Elijah Moore in the slot.
And then you put more in the slot. Like it's a good look.
I think
it's going to be Joe Burrow.
Michael Carter in the backfield. Good weapons.
So Weeds. So Weeds comment and the Pang's take, the comment with the analyst's take, the way that I'm interpreting what Pang said and where Weeds is coming from, you're able to spread the offense, you're able to spread the field a lot more because
you're going to give a competent wide receiver to a young quarterback.
Well, what Jay Love was saying, with Carter in the slot,
backfield. More in the slot.
Backfield. Yeah,
but,
more. In the
slot. But you could utilize it as both. You could utilize.
Yeah, you can put Michael Carter in the slot.
So from a defensive coordinator standpoint, if Carter is constantly moving, right? If I have a guy like if Carter's constantly moving, then I also have to count for one of the top 5 route runners in the whole entire league. I know for a fact this dude will cut shapes on me. I know for a fact he does not have one route in his whole tool bill. And if this team with Salah underneath the helm, which is Salah, bro, like he's actually really smart. You just have to give him time with this team. Builds up this O-line. They pull an Evan Neal or something like, bro. I'm on it. Look. This channel called it about Cincinnati last year. I'm not saying that New York is going to do a Cincinnati.
I hope they do.
But
they're going to fucking try.
I would love it. I would love it. But hear me out. Hear me out. Ladies and gentlemen, here first on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. If they get Amari, if they bring in Evan Neal with Wilson underneath the helm, I give this team winning 6 games. Minimum.
Oh god, like you're talking about in general.
I thought that was your prediction, bro. What the fuck?
Minimum. I'm gonna cap them at 6 minimum.
I mean,
So
I'll even
do
go
we-
5.
I think
I'll go
they
5.
showed this year that they could surprise some teams, though.
That's
But
what
are we
they
starting to
did,
buy
right?
into Zach Wilson though? I mean, because he kind of looked.
I'm not buying it.
He's a
Zach
lot more
Wilson needs
talented
weapons.
than-
What I see with Wilson is that
Zach Wilson in the last 6 games of the season did not throw an interception and was actually one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the NFL.
To be fair, it's one of the
granted-
ugliest rosters. Like
granted,
that roster
we
was
also-
fucking
I
terrible.
I will say, and you're gonna get mad at me, Robbie. We also had the same conversation with Dwayne Haskins when he did that in his last leg of his rookie year.
Well,
However,
I don't feel good. But it's completely different organizations. Like
It is,
Washington,
it is.
Washington
And-
went from being a QB away to Dwayne Haskins. The Jets,
Yeah.
they can actually build something and to
You
the
still got
Commander
Mike
fans out
Todd
there,
back then.
to Commander fans out there. I'm
look,
not.
you've
We're
got
gonna get
Mekhi
into
Becton.
like
You've got who was the
They
guard?
paid
just
for
drafted?
somebody else.
No, they just drafted a guard.
Elijah
Elijah
Vera
Tucker.
Tucker.
Yeah, I couldn't remember him.
Yeah.
George Fant can line up at the other tackle. You're getting probably one of Ike Ekwonu or Evan Neal.
I'd love for them to get a corner. That'd be awesome.
Well,
But he
that's-
only completed 51% of his passes, by the way, the last 5
This
games
team
of
is
season. I'm just
is
saying.
not going to be
This
anything
is gonna-
special.
listen,
but
listen.
it's going to be better than what they were last season. Which
He had a ton of drops. in
Hank,
that-
Hank,
in
you
that,
brought up a compelling
Yeah, he doesn't have a
thing.
great receiving core.
But no, that's
think-
why it's
I
a
think
good
he's-
take.
his adjusted completion percentage was very good.
Look,
I know
look. How many channels on YouTube? Look, this channel last year, we were on record for saying that the Bengals were gonna make that leap.
well, let's pause right there.
Hold on. What's up?
Let's
What's
go.
up? Yeah.
Let's go back to Joe Burrow last year, right? We're talking about how they needed an O lineman to draft.
Yeah, you were here. You were on the show.
Well, we were talking about that, and we gave them a lot of, I gave them a little bit of shit by not fucking.
But we always said that
I
it
like-
can
I-
happen.
I
But
like
we,
the
A receiver makes a
but
big
we
diff.
always said,
I
but we
like
always said it
Jamar
can
Chase
happen.
pick.
Yeah,
But we always,
Jamar
but we
Chase
always,
was a good pick for them. Fucking, it happens.
In
Like,
hindsight,
picking
he was.
receivers is huge.
it was one of those.
Oh,
things, it was one of those things that we always
It
knew
was one
was
of
a
those things that you
probability.
knew.
Yeah,
You knew
like
Jamar Chase was going to be good.
Yeah, of course.
If you really doubted those wide receiver reports of like, oh, he's having trouble seeing the ball.
No,
what
no,
the
that's
heck?
not the
It's
issue.
like,
But the
We're-
fact of the matter is, like, the O line was pretty bad, and but
had a
we
chance
noticed
of
that
getting
having a
sold.
slightly better receiver has changed Josh
we're
Allen's
really
career path.
good. We're really good at not
Yeah.
being cookie cutter. I think that we're on to something here with this. Z2, how are you feeling about the whole Amari Cooper situation? Where could he land? I love that we touched on the Jets. Like, what is your thought process for you personally?
Well, at first, the Jags, like Ross said, was a first name in my mind because
Damn, another Jag. Wow. Okay.
it's not who I'm going to say, but when Doug Peterson was at the Eagles in 2018 when the Cooper trade happened, the Eagles were all in on trying to get Cooper, and now he's in Jacksonville. So
This is
and they
true.
have the cap space,
Yeah,
but
forgot about that.
with where Cooper is in his career, I think Los Angeles, the Chargers, they have the money. Mike Williams might not come back. So
That's true.
you give Justin Herbert another weapon, be good contenders. You can focus on that front seven in the draft with maybe a Jordan Davis or something, be better against the
Great
run.
call. Great
So
call.
Z2, like I said, like they're the top four in
Yeah.
cap minus the Dolphins, right? You got Chargers, Jag, Jets. I think any of these fucking three go there. And I think if you're guessing anything else, like you're probably gonna be fucking wrong. Like
No. Yeah, I mean, Z2's take is also compelling. I like.
no, I'm
your
saying like, he's
approach
right.
with
Like, he's got the
Williams.
Chargers, the Jags, and those are the two plus the Jets. I think are the
I mean,
three major that have a
I
chance.
think
I think
the
it's-
Jets can throw more money at him, but
It's got to be a
he wants
quarterback that's
win
on a
and
rookie
take it.
deal.
Well,
I think.
all right.
right?
So here, and fellas, I want to say this in general, and we've talked about this on this channel for a hot minute. I'm mad that Payne just disappeared right when I'm about to say this too. Look, guys.
I called this cut, by the way. Last year.
We all did. We all did. No. If you've been a
We
long
saw it
time,
coming.
yeah. If you've been a long time subscriber of the Rumboyz,
We all called this
talked
cut
about
this year.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
Well, so-
talked
so
about this
all-
last year.
dude. All this topic is a revisit from what we've already said.
Yeah.
Before we get into before we wrap this one up and get into halftime, I want to add to the sharps out there. We know that 33.3% of all NFL rosters have a cut down just because of free agency and the draft and things of that nature. For all those that are touting, like, how could you not keep all these players? Yada yada yada. Come on, let's be serious. I love what you brought up, and I'm hearing the second time with the Jags. If you're a sharp, your skills this year are really going to be tested. I feel like for and a lot of the people that I look to as mentors, and I view them as sharps, and what they've told me about a lot of my techniques and what they've taught me about my techniques. The trend that I'm recognizing right now, if you're a sharp right now, like, this is probably going to be your most challenging year. I'm going to be honest. I'm finding this to be my most challenging year. So I love the takes that we're bringing up, because every angle that every analyst is bringing up is something that everyone needs to be looking in until it finally locks into place, and then we can now level the playing field. Right now, the playing field's not leveled. So I want to make sure that everyone is aware of that from a betting standpoint. Mike.
So I do agree with Raj that that's not my team, but I would, if Raj and other people didn't say it, I would say Jacksonville. But I'm going to make a case for a team that has not been mentioned. What's one of the things that we said about the Bengals? You need the weapons for a team to win. Coaching can do stuff, but you need the weapons. There's a team that has been looking to get – the team has been looking to get another wide receiver weapon. I believe that Rod said it has to be a team with a rookie contract at quarterback.
You're gonna say it.
I believe that team is going to draft a rookie. It might not be this year. They're going to draft him this year. They might not play this year. That team is right behind me. It's the Detroit Lions.
I know.
Wow.
I knew this someone was going to do it.
Wow.
I knew it.
And their
Their
trio will be Amari Cooper, Quentin Cephas, and the Sun God.
Hey, what about Hawkincox?
And
I
Hawkinson.
like that.
I think Hawkinson would be the three
Hey,
before
really quick.
Cephas.
That is Drop the Mike's own personal artwork behind him. That is his artwork. I love that artwork. Really quick. I'm on rah rah rah. Ooh la 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 la.
That song would have been a hit. It was a perfect year to do it.
Stuck in a bad offense, dude. If it, all right.
The league
Just
was
remember,
So
the thing that
hey,
people-
J-Love, hold on.
before you go, what people need to remember, and I know J-Love's going to go into this probably, but people got to remember, the Lions have the Rams pick at the end of the first round.
Yep.
So do they draft a quarterback though, or they stick?
No,
now
watch
with
this.
Goff?
Watch this. Hold on. Watch this. AJ
Yes.
Love. AJ Love.
All right. So
Where? Hold on, J Love. Tell me. Follow me really quick. All right, fuck me really quick. All right.
I got you.
So it's the Detroit Lions. Dirty, kinky as fuck. All right. Ayo, it's the Detroit Lions. You got Amon Ra, and you got Amari Cooper. You got Hawkinson as the tight end, and then I'm gonna put Cephas as a 3 because I think these other two are more elite.
Yep.
If you're a DB, if you're a DB on either side, let's go cover 2. Let's go cover 2 man blitz. Tell me that's not the scariest situation if your coordinator calls cover 2 man blitz.
You got a man up. Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's a route technician. You got a big beast in 6'3" Quintez Cephas, who can high point a ball. And you have Amari Cooper, who can do anything on a route tree. And then you have TJ Hawkinson coming over the middle. And
what's the most?
Didn't mention this.
And Swift.
Can come out the backfield.
Yep.
Offensive. And that O-line.
Wait, hold on.
But it doesn't matter when Jared Goff is throwing the ball.
Wait.
I'm not even done. I
haven't even put the cherry on the top. I bring up this specific defensive scheme because what's the number one defensive scheme that we see on tape every single time? Yep. I don't. If Detroit, oh fuck, Mike.
I like it.
If Detroit, dog, what are you gonna do?
Hey, plus
what are you
Malik
gonna
Willis.
do?
Plus
No,
Malik
they
Willis.
are
Plus
wrong.
Malik Willis.
Plus Malik Willis.
Wait.
They take Malik Willis. He's retired at 27.
We already know they got Sewell last year. If you give
Wait, the
Sewell,
O-line
if you
is
give
good.
Sewell, exactly,
O-line's
and then,
good.
and then this year's the O-line draft.
Well, no, they
This
don't
year's
need
the
no
O-line
line.
draft.
They don't
Detroit
need
has
no
one of the
line.
best O-lines in the league.
Yeah,
They
they have
have
three
three
set.
franchise
No,
O-line.
Frank
That's,
now.
they're
Taylor
getting
Decker.
agent. They're gonna get Hutchinson.
They're gonna get Hutchinson. You can't
Probably,
like,
yeah.
bro.
They got what? They got a
I don't
fucking
know.
top.
Yo,
top
I'm
I don't
telling
know.
you, yo,
Ragnow, Sewell, and the
They
other
have
fuck- Taylor
Ragnow,
Decker.
Sewell. They have Taylor Decker. They have Jonah Jackson, who was an all.
They got
Frank
a ton of
Hey,
fucking
hey,
line.
Frank fucking
And
Ragnow.
then who's
hey,
the other
J
Frank
Love,
Ragnow,
hey,
Taylor
J Love,
Frank
J
Ragnow.
Love.
Tyler
Oh,
Crosby?
J Love. In the words of J Cole from the very first album. What was that first album? Fuck.
I don't know what you're going with here.
Hold on.
Honestly,
Hey,
I'm-
he was quoting Jay-Z. Somewhere, right now, there's a motherfucker write some lyrics, staring at the back of a cereal box. I don't know where he is, but I'm gonna sign him. Detroit's looking at Amari Cooper that same way. Detroit's looking at Cincinnati. It's like, oh shit, you did that. Dan Campbell's looking at Cincinnati and Zach Taylor like, oh shit, you did that. Oh, that's doable. Just you wait.
To answer Lee's question, Ragnow didn't die. He got injured though. But yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he
still a
missed the
top
last
tier
two.
center.
Hey,
Yeah.
before we get into halftime, we do have a
Double Dono from one guy.
Dono hype.
That sound like a beat.
Kame. Ha!
So
All right, that was the longest second topic I think you've ever done in history.
we should start talking about random shit, bro.
We went off the
Whoa,
rails.
whoa.
speaking of the Lions,
Hold
speaking of
on.
the
Come back
Lions,
to
It
the
is
Marvel
our
Legends.
show. It is our show. We can do whatever we want.
Oh no, absolutely. I loved it.
real
That was
quick
awesome.
before halftime. Speaking of the Lions, did you guys see what Ritter said that
Don't do it.
Campbell supposedly made him do?
What did he say?
Nah, what'd he say?
He said that he made him he made him drink milk and he's lactose intolerant to see if he can to read defenses and answer questions while having a
Wow,
shit.
having a shit.
That's a very
fuck?
Dan Campbell thing. I love
That
it.
is the most.
The fuck?
They would go about Dan Campbell. I fucking love him though.
It's like
He's a
guys
man.
allergic to peanuts, feed him like a fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich for the
Hey,
Wonderlic.
hey, don't die and tell me what defense this is.
Exactly.
Some
Exactly.
of these combine interviews just fucking blow my mind on like
But
their
did
tactics
you
and what they're
die?
doing. You know, like,
Sirianni made Hal shoot like a mini basketball hoop while he was
really?
calling out defense. He didn't make a
the
single
rock,
shot.
paper,
he
scissors
said.
last year. Too?
I mean,
He
I don't
didn't
think
didn't
he
Shibs
would.
off.
The rock,
Okay,
paper,
wait.
scissors
Sorry,
last year.
side note. Mini hoops are really fucking hard to shoot on. I don't
Yeah.
blame him. I don't blame him for not making a single shot, bro. That shit is hard.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Weird ass questions. They
ladies
ask.
and gentlemen, this show is brought to you by the Stacks app. Z2, can I get you to point to that, please?
Yeah.
Download the Stacks app. Download the Stacks app.
What you gotta do like
Um,
you're showing off your guns? You'd be like,
Yeah.
Flex, you know.
Download the
start
Stacks
this
app if you have not already. Link is in the description. Guys, again, we're about to get into halftime. I'm getting some music, but with the Stacks app for March Madness, the Stackatology tournament is going to be on fire. A lot. I can't tell you exactly who yet. All right. Monday morning, the announcement will come at Join Stacks on Twitter. A lot of high value college basketball, autographed memorabilia is going to be given away on the Stacks app. If you're into collectibles, this is your chance to get in there. Get in there like swimwear. You already know stacks.io. Z2, point to it again. Give me that flex. Oh,
The camera's
yeah.
not low enough.
I
And then
know.
in this flip.
It's okay. We're gonna go ahead and get into a. I'm gonna keep spinning the brother's music. One, because he's one of my former teammates. Two, because the track is so fire. This is a homie Turk to Trill with Off Top. Dilly dilly, yo.
Hope they really feelin' when they see a nigga run it off top. Know a nigga can't be stopped. Poppin' like corn in the pot. You know that I'm hot. That homie just rolled on the op. He foiled the plot. Now we controllin' the spot. Bustin', I'm shootin' my shot. Thinking I'm lacking, I'm not. Just stay in your slot. My niggas be getting the guap and Chris in the pot. Now we can't fold up the knot. Nigga rhyme with the Draco. Yeah. Bitches gon' do what I say so. Yeah. Smash on your bitch, then I lay low. Yeah. If I slide on the op, that's a KO. Okay. Put the dot on his top, that's a halo. Push button start, can't find no keys. Foot on the pedal screaming, fuck the police. No, I do it for the pick up, no just and no pay. Going GTA in the GTO. Niggas see me coming, going past the mode. Better watch it, ho, going savage mode. Boy, the chains on the neck like mop and glow. She know I got the juice like you. And don't squat when I piss like you. Damn. Allergic to the fake, I chew. Scream. Bitch, I'm married to the game, I do. Handle my business. Rolling on the wrist, fresh minute. Windows on the whip, they tinted. Told the swipe with the car, no limit. About to go and bust it down, I'll be back in a minute. Run it off top. No, a nigga can't be stopped. Popping like corn in the pot. You know that I'm hot. That homie just rolled on the op. He foiled the plot. Now we controlling the spot. Bustin', I'm shooting my shot. Thinking I'm lacking, I'm not. Just stay in your slot. My niggas be getting the guap and Chris in the pot. Now we can't fold up the knot.
100 ways I can reach you and beat you. Put you in the dog and mistreat you, leeches. Heard around town I'm a cocky-killer bastard. Cause I got charm and I smile when I greet you. Bitches get lost, got them gone off the meter. Crazy white girls got them gone off the Easter. I can get you touch, I don't need no reason. So you better watch your mouth when you talking to the chief. But I be living life easy, daughter named Breezy. Giving her the world of the stars in the sea. Throwing money in the air, every fall you can keep. They can see everywhere where the diamonds are gleam. When I jumped off the porch, then I jumped in the pool. Know your bitch wanna fuck, yes I know this of course. I told her slide through, I got room for us both. And she came with a friend, I let things run its course.
Run it off top, no a nigga can't be stopped. Popping like corn in the pot, you know that I'm hot. That homie just rolled on the op, he foiled the plot. Now we controlling the spot, bustin', I'm shooting my shot. Thinking I'm lacking, I'm not. Just stay in your slot. My niggas be getting the guap and Chris in the pot. Now we can't fold up the knot.
Getting lost, getting gone off the meter. Crazy white girls got them gone off the Easter. I can get you touched, don't need no reason. So you better watch your mouth when you talking to the chief. Bitches getting lost, getting gone off the meter. Crazy white girls got them gone off the Easter. I can get you touched, don't need no reason. So you better watch your mouth when you talking to the chief.
Let me tell you a little story. Once upon a time, there was a monkey knife fight.
And one day, they met one team partners in the NFLPA.
It's a match made in the pits of a monkey knife fight.
And everyone lived happily ever after.
Are you listening? This is big.
What is a monkey knife fight?
You know, it's thing monkeys, knives, you get it. Fantasy sports is monkey knife fight. And monkey knife fight is fantasy sports.
Monkey Knife Fight is daily fantasy.
Monkey Knife Fight in the house.
I am Monkey Knife Fight. You are Monkey Knife Fight. We are all Monkey Knife Fight.
Monkey Knife Fight.
You have the NFLPA behind the company.
It's exciting for me to be a part of fantasy sports.
When I think of fantasy sports, I think of beating all my buddies year in and year out and being able to brag about it.
We're not just partners in it.
We're owners.
And it feels awesome to be an owner.
I challenge you to a monkey knife fight.
We've been saving you a seat at the table, Monkey Knife Fight.
Welcome to the one team and NFLPA family.
Monkey Knife Fight. Welcome to the family, Monkey Knife Fight.
Welcome to the game, Monkey Knife Fight.
Monkey Knife Fight!
I challenge you to a monkey knife fight.
Monkey Knife Fight!
Monkey Knife Fight, Monkey Knife Fight, Monkey Knife Fight, Monkey Knife.
Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. We greatly appreciate you for tuning in here on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Make sure that you guys join Stacks app for all of our exclusive autographed college basketball giveaways coming up on the Stacks app. I've been drinking. We waiting on the cast to get here.
Where you at, Raji? Oh, there he is.
I need another beer.
Am I getting shitty on air tonight? I am.
So the normal.
No, dude. Look.
I'm drinking sweet tea.
God damn.
Oh, that's you have that accent. You have the accent.
Dude, Sweet Tea's the shit. I don't know what y'all are dissing.
Okay, look,
Hold on,
bro.
shit.
Okay, I just need to say this.
It's the accent. It's we're not dissing him.
I live in the South. I am not from the South, and I work in a place that sells a ton of sweet tea, and I want to kill myself anytime.
Arnold Palmer's, baby.
I love it. Arnold Palmies, baby. Who wants some Arnie Palmies?
Bro, if all right, so my thing is like so how Toby's, if your sweet tea don't taste like the motherfucking accent, I don't want to drink it. Throw a shot of rum in that shit though. Like if it's really good sweet tea, like if it's really good, throw a shot of rum, just one shot.
I'm
At
sorry.
least 2 cups of sugar.
I'm not
2
drinking
cups of
any
sugar.
of it.
2 cups of sugar. 2 cups of sugar.
I'll pass on the diabetes water.
Fuck that. Give me
will.
and squeeze a lemon in that motherfucker, and I'm ready to go.
I will pass on the diabetes water.
Got us feeling like shit for drinking it now.
we keep 2
Gonna die
milk jugs
drinking
full
this.
of it.
Okay, look, I'm sorry. If I'm drinking tea, I'm drinking hot tea. That's
I like hot tea too.
You're calling it diabetes water as if Southern Kool-Aid doesn't.
Wait. I'm mad that you brought up hot tea. You like, I'm in. It's cheat day weekend. Can you not do that? Like,
J-Lo, most of the hot tea I drink
don't know how
is
you
usually
best
from
watch
working,
your mouth.
and it just gets hot.
God damn.
I like it best when it's cold though. When it was iced tea, that's the shit right there for me. You know.
I do not like iced tea.
I can't do it.
Let's get into the next topic. C-Yard. I fucking love you. I want to hug you. I want to buy you a Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles meal, bro.
You come out, me and CR will come down.
You ready?
Oh, great! I'll ask him on Monday if he's ready.
I'm planning on trying to come out after 4th of July. Honestly, I have to come out to LA. For those who want to know the Rumboyz tour schedule, I'm trying to come out to LA in July. I'm hitting DC right before Canton, the week before Canton.
Of course you are.
And
go
then
back home.
Go home, get fucked
Both
up.
homes. Both homes.
See my future wife, and yeah. Yo, 1%, let's go, bro. Fuck yes. Hey, yo, what NFL draft prospect at the quarterback position impressed you the most during the combine, Mike?
So, I honestly didn't pay attention too much to the quarterback situation at the combine. I'll be 100% honest. I will get to it, J-Love, because I know that hurts your heart. But I'm gonna get to it. I just haven't had a chance. But I will say, right now, Kenny Pickett is going down for me, and I would say, I don't know why there's something there. I honestly I know J-Love. J-Love, actually, this is a question for J-Love to maybe give me Desmond Ridder.
Oh.
Ooh, okay.
Z2.
My guy's the guy that's in the comment that's brought up right now, and Bailey. Zapp, whatever. They say
Zappy.
I say Zappy because I'm from down here, but
that's what they're saying at Western Michigan where he goes.
Okay.
So that's probably how it is.
But his out routes that he was throwing when the receivers run for him were just crisp, and it really impressed me. His 9 routes pretty damn good. I mean, he just broke records at Western Kentucky all last season. So.
Z2, are you coming to Canton this year?
I'm gonna try my best to.
You want to get drafted?
Huh?
You want to get drafted?
Hey, that is not a good question to ask right now without context.
I was like, no,
I see. We're all ready to get drafted.
I see what you did. The Angry Pirates. The Angry Pirates are our 5-on-5 team. You know.
Oh yeah, I was gonna hit you up about it, but I wanted to confirm that I'm coming or not before.
Yo,
I commit to anything.
Come play on the team, man. Our team needs players this year. We want to bring home that trophy. We want to bring home the trophy for real. Like for real. Shout out to the Angry Pirates. Hey,
if I come, I'll be playing.
Hey, Peng, how do you feel about the QBs in this draft, bro?
I mean, I haven't really paid attention too much to them. Only one I think I'm kind of intrigued now is Malik Willis, just because of his dude has an arm without having to try, which is people are talking about how far he threw, but no one's talking about like how he looks like he didn't give a shit when he threw it.
He didn't care.
He looked like he casually tossed the ball. It was pretty
64
ridiculous.
off of one leg.
Yeah.
Hey, but Marcus Russell threw 70 off one leg too.
I like that fact that he has a good Wonderlic score. That's a good thing to bring up. I mean, yeah, we were joking about how the Wonderlic score, but I actually am more impressed that a guy took it and did well when he doesn't really have to. I think that's always impressive. We have receivers right now that are dodging the bench, and you have a quarterback taking the Wonderlic out of Wonderlic. Cool, I'm down for that.
The thing that confuses me about Malik Willis is he'll take the Wonderlic, he'll do good there. He looks great on field. He's apparently interviewed amazing. We see him passing out clothes to a homeless person.
Yeah,
all of it bodes well. Why don't you run? Just run the 40. I'm sorry. This is pissing me off.
He's gonna run it fast.
I haven't seen.
All right, hey, I'm gonna be honest. Hey, I'm gonna be honest.
I haven't seen Lamar run a 40. I haven't seen Malik Willis run a 40.
Malik Willis.
Because we know they're fast, bro. We know they're fast.
Malik Willis got fucking jail body, bro. Like that motherfucker. Like
that dude's got a body, bro. That dude's perfectly fucking fit. I think the other thing that intrigues me more about him is that he's just like I said, like he doesn't want people to care about his running. I think that's a lot different than what we've seen in the past, right? It's just a little bit. I'm intrigued, and hopefully he pans out.
I think on the not running the 40 thing, I think he wanted to showcase his arm more than anything at the combine.
I know. Yeah. I'm being a little facetious, but
he might run his pro day.
They were talking about it, and the main reason he did not run the 40 is because it's the same thing that happened with Lamar Jackson. Some people were questioning if he was going to play a different position in the NFL.
Yeah,
with his power running,
let's X that shit out. Yeah,
some people have been talking about him possibly playing running back in the NFL.
We know where that's coming from, and I think he's trying to.
I've heard that. Granted,
this
this was before the combine. And this is before people actually saw him play on the field, because the people that were saying this were not watching him at Liberty for sure. So it is what it is.
Yeah, but they probably saw his skin color, so I think they thought he could try to play something else. Let's be real. So that's what I said. That's something that kind of intrigues me. I was turned off by this quarterback class before coming in, just because of how everything was perceived, which I shouldn't be, but I was. So, but seeing a little bit, I'm okay. We'll see. Give Malik Willis for now, and I think that's a chalk take, but I'm a little interested.
Okay, Raj, and then David.
Malik Willis kind of the obvious pick. I feel like no shit to Pang, obviously, but like I feel like he's just been all over.
Yeah, it's just a chalk pick.
I think I gotta go Sam Howell though. He kind of solidified himself as having the best deep ball in the class, potentially other than Pickett. I mean, I feel like those two are the top two guys, and he really separated himself during the combine. We saw those drills effortlessly, just almost like Malik Willis. He obviously didn't get that type of attention because we knew he had a strong arm. But yeah, I think he's gonna. There's really nothing else to say. He solidified himself as having probably the strongest arm. And that's about it. He's just gonna raise the draft stock from here on out. And
I think one of Howell's balls got clocked at like 60 miles an hour.
Yeah, he has some zip, bro.
And it wasn't even accurate. That was the crazy part. It was 59, and he was way off the marker.
Yeah, but that's what I don't like, though. I mean, but we knew that I was gonna go there with that. Like, I want to see a guy hit me at that speed and then be on the mark at the same time.
Yeah.
So that's where the contradiction kind of comes in play for me.
Every other quarterback hit the marker but him that did it.
So, but I was already down on Hal, and I'm not trying to bag on him and add extra analysis. By the way, guys, we did have to reschedule the Shannon Brooks interview. Shannon is gonna try and sit down with us next week. So be on the lookout for that. Homies, we're gonna utilize our interview with him to send to a couple of teams. So be on the lookout for it. Let's make it great. We're gonna do it live. Let's make it great, guys. That's for everyone out there in the chat. Jayla or David, right? Yeah. Yep. It is David's turn.
Yeah. For me, it's kind of obvious. I mean, there's some impressive things that we saw from Desmond Ridder, with his 40 time. That was wow. I mean, I did not expect him to run a sub 4.540. That was incredible.
He did not.
When he ran it was an unofficial 4.49, right?
They audited it. It's 4.52.
Okay, well, he had another one that he ran a 4.5, right?
Yeah, the first one was
it's right at 4.5, basically.
Timer was just messed up.
Yeah, but either way, it was still impressive to see that athleticism on full display. I knew he was fast and he had some mobility, but I was expecting somewhere between like a 4.6 or a 4 like a 4.65 or something along the lines of that. Honestly, maybe a 4.7. That was really impressive to see. Leaves a little bit more to be desired when it comes to his arm strength. He doesn't have the strongest arm, but that was nice to see. Kenny Pickett's 40 as well. But Malik Willis was really the guy on full display that really shined the most, I think, for a lot of his throws in intermediate situations. His deep ball, arm strength is unreal. But, going back to elaborate on what we were talking about earlier when it came to the wide receivers at the combine, all this stuff, kind of echoing what Peng was saying earlier. I don't really buy too much into the combine. I think it's really just like a cherry on top. If anything, it's you like if someone fucks up at the combine. I mean, unless they're coming in with like a little fucking noodle of an arm to throw with, or like 275 as a receiver.
Can I ask you a question?
What's that?
You know that I'm the king of devil's advocate.
Go ahead.
Do you feel like it's adverse that a guy can maybe not have the best of best college seasons against another guy, but come out in the combine and having a better combine and move up in status? Like, do you think that that's...
Yeah. I just don't think we should vault themselves to the top just because they had a great combine performance, or, stumble all the way to the bottom because they had a bad one, Like Orlando Brown, for instance, not That's So Raven Orlando Brown, the
fucking asshole.
We're talking about.
Good recall to the beginning of the show.
Right? Good reference, right? But he had an atrocious combine, whether it was the bench press, the 40, everything. I mean, it was just awful. But look at him. The guy is one of the best left tackles in the game. Like, come on now,
Very true.
So, we really shouldn't buy too much stock into honestly, what happens within the combine, honestly. Unless something crazy happens.
He just trained for it. All he did was train for the fucking combine.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of these guys do. Which play the game, but still.
The best way to look at the combine, honestly, is for verification. It's not, let me change my complete outlook on this guy. It's not, did I not see something here where I see it now because he did this small little workout? To me, it's, okay, I see this guy's speed on film. Does it translate to what he's running on a digital test? If it does, cool. If it doesn't, Chase Claypool for a key example, that concerns me. It's just verification for me. And that's coming from someone that I try to be heavily involved in this throughout the year.
I can say that as someone that has been doing this for a long time, this is the most... I don't want to say unpredictable, because that makes you sound like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I do want to say that this is probably the most volatile quarterback class, because
Oh, definitely. There's no clear one.
Very controversial.
There's no clear one. And if you try and say there's a clear one, I'm sorry.
To me, there is, but as a consensus, no, there's not.
No,
there's not a clear 2. There's not a clear 3. There's not a clear 4.
Maybe my favorite is Matt Corral, who didn't even play. You know,
exactly.
For me, but as someone that's been doing this a long time, I don't know about this year. I need to see games. This is the first time I'm gonna fully admit I have to see game speed.
Yeah,
I have to.
Yeah.
Hey,
and call me and say what you want about me or as an analyst, but like my track record's proven. My track record.
That's what translates. It's not what. It's not what's a 40 time. When Chris Olave ran that 4.26, I immediately went into everybody I know and I said, "This shocks the hell out of me," because to me he was a 4.4 flat type of person.
Yeah, everyone thought that.
Come to find out, when that number gets audited and they find out that there was an issue with that ticker, it's a 4.39, and that fits a lot more. Now that's more in line with him.
But even still, though, like translates. I love Olave out of his break. Like I love Olave coming out of a break. Like
he's a route runner.
Like State. but going back to the original topic, like, and I think we all kind of chimed in on this one here.
For me, the quarterback that stood out to me, other than Malik Willis, because I think we all know Malik Willis was that guy that showed out yesterday.
Yeah.
Small school guy, Caleb Ellaby, really showed me a lot that I liked when he was hitting those out routes. He had a lot of velocity on the ball, because what you'll see out of a lot of quarterbacks is out breaking routes. They tend to short on them, then they come out weak, and that's how
But it's just quick for him. It was his quick hips. It was his quick hip transition that allowed him to make those throws.
He's not the biggest guy. I think he listed in at 6'1.5" maybe. So his height is a little bit of a concern now, but he has a decent enough arm. The question with him is going to be, can he read defenses at the next level? But
I think his
proved some
hip,
stuff.
I think because of his hip movement, it allows him to read defenses. It allows him to buy him time because he can psych him out with what he's going to do.
The thing that really caused me a lot of hesitation with a guy like Caleb Ellaby and Sky Moore's teammate, obviously, and Malik Willis is like, they're not exactly the most battle tested, against league competition to thrive,
But Ellaby gives me these type of Russell. Like when I watch him move, I'm like, I don't see like full on Russell Wilson, but I see like a little bit in there where like he'll extend because of his hips. It'll allow him to extend plays. It'll allow him to find the receiver downfield, because as a defender, if you're on that front line, if I get the snap and I'm going, if it looks like I'm going to go left, then I just boom, quick switch right, and I boom, bing that down. Like that's where he's going to perform.
Okay.
He's going to perform at that type of with that type of shit.
I do just want to bring this up real quick. I understand your point saying they're not battle tested because they're not playing consistent ranked schools, but Western Michigan this past year played Michigan, Pitt, San Jose State, who had kind of an underrated defense, Buffalo, Ball State, Kent State, Toledo, who's actually decent, Central Michigan, who has some players coming out.
I know they played Pitt, and I know they played Michigan,
and Nevada was also a good school. So
but they're not like thriving to the utmost degree against us. Like even Malik Willis struggled mightily against Ole Miss.
It's a super. Hold on.
My point. I do want to make a point here. If you look at these players, and this is why they stand out, and this is why they actually get on our radar when they're coming from these smaller schools, is because they stand out. And what they're doing against low-level competition is they're doing their job. And then we're keying in on these bigger games, because how will they fare with lower-level with high competition with lower-level people around them?
Yeah.
Look at Sam Howell. I want to point out this year. Sam Howell struggled mightily at times this year because the team around him sucked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he didn't have a great supporting cast compared to previous
But
years.
he even played great competition constantly, and that kind of gets disregarded. Malik Willis and Sam Howell have very similar positions this past year, but yet that they don't get brought up enough.
Well, Howell did have Josh Downs, who's a pretty good receiver, but that was.
And then he also had Ty Chandler, who tested amazing today. Yeah. So he had weapons.
It kind of reminds me of the Daniel Jones, Dwayne Haskins argument for a while.
No,
Daniel Jones got a lot of shit.
Daniel Jones wasn't shit from the begin with.
They love his athleticism. That's what it is.
Okay, but are you going to tell me Dwayne Haskins was an actual better pick?
No, we're not doing. No, stop. All right, I did
now. No,
stop it. I did now. I did both. There's no.
Dwayne Haskins was a better prospect than Daniel Jones.
I agree.
Yes, there's that. Hold on, stop. There's that. But you know what? On this channel, we knew they both weren't like we knew. I was happy about the Dwayne Haskins pick because I knew we got the better guy. Neither of them. The reason why Dan Jones got more burns because he had to sucker your fucking team. Washington wants to hurry up and go get a Super Bowl, and they're not giving anyone any patience.
Look, I honestly think it's because of their GMs. That's what I will say.
And there's that too. Gettleman's a bitch.
Dave Gettleman is kind of the reason that
Gettleman's a bitch.
Is still a thing. Daniel Jones is a prospect had keyholes, and he still does. He's developed actually worse tendencies in the NFL than he had in college. And that is a hard thing to do.
We broke this down on this channel millions of times.
Was Daniel Jones deserving of a first round pick? Possibly. Did he deserve to go 6 or 7 wherever he went? No.
Wipe my ass. No.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. My point is, it doesn't matter. Is at the end of the day, is like when you look at his college numbers, I think they were talking about like he had receivers that dropped the most passes. They were fucking just basically bums out there.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is when I bring up the point of production. Production at a point has to meet the eye test. So you can say all of these things, and if production,
I want to get into the next topic. I want to get into the next topic. Now, and I want to start off with Mike. But all I'm gonna say is, this is a wait and see. If you're drafting in Dynasty, I understand the DJ mentality. Please let landing. Please,
I'm in the middle.
Please let landing spot happen.
Oh yeah, I'm in the middle of a startup right now.
Are you playing it for money? Hold on. Are you playing it for money? Are you playing it for money?
It's a small buy-in. It's like $10.
Okay. All right.
It's $10, but
it's nothing.
For my sharps
like
out there,
2 million Ukrainian right now.
For my sharps out there, please, guys, just wait. What?
I'm an addict, so
we talked about Amari Cooper earlier. We're going to now bring it back to free agency talk. We talked about rookies. We're now going to bring it back to free agency. What current free agent will make the biggest splash on their potential new team and why? Where will they land? Nothing you say is held against you later on. Okay, I want to state that out. Have some fucking fun. Come on, give these people a reason to view the show, share the show, make it compelling. Let's get it, baby.
Who's up, me or J-Love?
You.
I'm going Homer on this one. We need a number 2 wide receiver. Give me Allen Robinson, baby.
No. You fucker, I hate you. God damn it. Fuck. You're not my friend.
I was either going to piss you off or I was going to piss Raj off, so.
Sounds about right.
Mike just burned some bridges right there.
it's a great fit.
Dude. All right, so Allen Robinson to the Kansas City Chiefs, I don't like.
It's a great fit.
You don't like it for fantasy purposes.
No, I want Juju there.
No, you don't.
Over Allen?
That was okay. I'll be honest.
No, you don't.
No,
I want Juju.
That was
I want Juju there.
That was it.
Good
That
luck.
was it.
I like
why
Juju.
I was gonna piss. That's why I was going to piss Raj off.
Sounds about right. Yeah, no.
Oh, jeez, that's hilarious.
Go ahead, Z.
I'm going to the defensive side of the ball and saying Devontae Campbell to Washington.
That's a sneaky good pick, really. He was awesome with Green Bay last year.
He's 29, coming off an all-pro season. I don't think Jamin Davis can wear the dot. Put him on weak side and put the dot in Devontae Campbell's helmet, and he's a tackle machine, and they need that.
I like
pairing with
you
Cole Holcomb and everything.
I was about to say, then you have a solid linebacking core. I like
This one's a shout out for Maddie. I wish Maddie was here.
Uh-oh.
Teron Armstead to the Dolphins, baby. That
I love that. I love that.
They're the worst fucking line in the league, or bottom 4. I don't give a shit. You can change those numbers, won't matter.
They fucking suck.
They blow. They used a bunch of picks. I get it. We tried and it all failed. We need a left tackle. Teron Armstead is 30. He's probably one of the best left tackles in the league. Fucking, and the Saints can't extend him. So where does he go? We have the most cap. We're going to spend on a left tackle, a 30-year-old left tackle that has been pretty balls out. So Teron Armstead, I wish you were here, Maddie, because that's a shout out for the O-line.
I like it. Raj.
Good pick.
Okay. Okay. So, it's a huge possibility, and he most likely won't hit free agency. But if I gotta say one person, it's Devontae Adams. All right. And I don't expect him to hit free agency, but if I were to pick one landing spot for him, it is the Las Vegas Raiders reuniting with his college quarterback in Derek Carr.
Nope. That's probably going to say Pittsburgh Steelers.
Hey, J.C. Jackson, Teron Armstead, every top free agent to the Pittsburgh Steelers. There you go. That's my actual
Bye, Joe Hayden.
Bye, Joe Hayden.
You skip someone.
But David, I'm sorry, David, my fault.
Yeah, this is tough, honestly. I mean, I may go. I honestly, it's a big question mark. I think I might go. To be honest, I mean, for a short-term situation, maybe like a Chandler Jones. To I would say, I'd like to see him go to the Seahawks. Honestly, I'd be interested.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that? I'm a Cardinals fan. I'm a Cardinals fan.
I see.
Why?
I mean, he's
I didn't know I was fucking with you.
Turning 33. He said his last 1 to 2 year contract, and someone's going to give him like 12 mil.
He's 34. He's not.
34.
Coming back
33.
He's 32. He's 32.
Yeah, 32 to 33.
He's still phenomenal, man.
He's not coming back to Arizona. That's
he's
not.
He's going to end up on a fucking team and get paid out for 2 years.
Yeah.
He's gonna go the Justin Houston route.
On the David Seahawks
Yeah.
pick, Baltimore could be likely.
Hey, see, and then Leafs back me up, bro.
Anyone but Seattle. Anyone.
Why
but
not Seattle? Oh,
because I hate.
Because you hate the.
He could come. He could go to the Rams too.
Okay.
More than the Rams.
J-Lo, let's get in your take.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with J.C. Jackson going to the Cincinnati Bengals. They're looking for a cornerback. They can get rid of Eli Apple. No, he didn't. They said they were not tagging him, and he's going to hit the market. It was the opposite. J.C. Jackson's going to hit the market. He's going to be the number one coveted corner. One of him or Stephon Diggs I see being in a Bengals uniform next year.
Him and Awuzie would be
the stupidest thing.
Him and Awuzie would be fire.
Yeah.
And Eli Apple at 3. Sorry.
And then Mike Hilton in the slot.
No, you're right.
The last one an asterisk, you know.
So I would think that's one of the worst moves, actually, because a lot of the Patriots corners that have ever left Patriot land usually do away the fuck worse. Right? Butler, Logan Ryan did okay. But Stephon Gilmore went to the Patriots and did better and left, and then is okay.
And Logan Ryan also.
I mean, he's kind of.
Yeah, he went corner then safety.
Ty Law going back, it's way too fucking far back.
My point is, they're like the old linemen of the Patriots. Like they don't always do well.
Really quick. They run a multiple 46 defense.
Really quick. Here's what I'll say. I think that Russell Wilson is no longer with Seattle, which is what we're going to get into next. Obviously, Deshaun Watson is not going to be with Houston. I'm going to take the low-hanging fruit, and I think that those are they're going to be too.
Is that obvious?
I'm taking the low-hanging fruit. I just literally said that.
Okay.
I think those are going to be the obvious ones. Aside from that, from a fantasy standpoint, take Allen Robinson while you can, because I think where he lands is going to be a big improvement for him.
It's back on the Jaguars again.
He did not want to be in Chicago last year.
No, I don't think he didn't want to be there.
He fucking did not want to be there.
I think he tried. He was trying to accommodate them, and they
right before we get into what I feel is probably the most important segment, someone has an echo.
Yeah, I hear that too. I was just about to say.
I hear it too.
I hear it.
Wait. I'm gonna figure it out.
Let me mute and see if it's me.
Testing. It's paying. Wait.
Yeah.
Testing.
Yeah, it is.
It's paying. Because I can't unmute him now.
No, I muted myself, but I was saying, I heard your echo still on your side.
Really?
Yeah.
No one else.
Oh, now it's kind of. Wait, now it's gone.
Now it's gone. There we go. We fixed it.
Okay. All right, wait, okay. If I could just bring up real quick, Devontae Adams did just buy a $12 million mansion in Las Vegas.
I know that.
Do you think he wants to leave if they're reworking Rodgers' contract now? Because it sounds like Rodgers is coming back, you know?
Let's be real.
There was a report today from me and Rappaport that doesn't sound like that's 100% sure.
I don't think that he's coming back. I think Rodgers is going to retire. Let's see.
During the
wait. We'll say that as more developments come.
Okay. All right.
Sources state Washington Commanders are making a serious push for quarterback Russell Wilson. This comes from the Combine.
Yeah.
This comes from Ian Rappaport.
Mm-hmm.
From what it sounds like, the trade would include multiple first-round picks. This means that Chase Young is possibly not going to be involved in it. Is it worth it for Washington to make an attempt at the QB? We start with J-Love. And let's try and make this one quick, because I want to get into this next topic really bad.
I'm going to be completely honest. At the situation this roster is in right now, no. And this might be an unpopular opinion, because if you look at what's happening with their roster right now, Chase Young is coming off of the ACL, so he has a year before he's going to get back to full strength. And then you have Brandon Scherf leaving. Eric Flowers is a free agent. That O-line's going to need a complete overhaul. It just doesn't make sense, because this was a roster that a year ago, maybe even this past year coming into it, was a quarterback away. Now heading into this offseason, they are not.
Okay, I like it. David, while you do your take, I am going to take a piss break. It's just it just has to happen.
Do you think, man? No, for me, I think honestly, like, why not? I mean, okay, the free agents in terms of who they've got. I mean, they've got 33 million in cap space. Brandon Scherf is really the only guy that I'm seeing notably that is a free agent on their list right now. So that's the only guy that really I think is in dire need of retaining. It depends on, but here's the caveat. It depends on like what it exactly means when they are offering multiple picks, because multiple could imply two. It can imply more than two, And when my Bears were trying to get after Russell Wilson,
it would only be two right now from Washington because they only could trade two right now.
Yeah, no, I just meant in terms of like, I didn't know how many future picks were coming into play.
Well, you can only trade up to next year. If they do the trade on draft night, it can be three.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, because like when my Bears, were trying to trade for Russell Wilson, it was like what? It was 3 first-rounders, and a 3rd-round pick, and some veteran players, like 2 notable veteran players. And Seahawks were still like, "Fuck no, we ain't doing that," So if they're coughing up that much. Like even then, I was happy that my Bears did not pull the trigger on that trade. As much as I love Russell Wilson, the Bears have so many areas that they need to address to rectify this team into becoming a contender once again. So I think Washington, honestly, they've got a lot of great pieces in place. I think they're actually probably even more promising than my Chicago Bears right now. If they can get the quarterback situation figured out, because I'm sorry, I'm not buying into Taylor Heineke being that guy for sure. I mean, do you want to give him another year? You can give him another year, but like if you can find a better upgrade and it's not too costly, by all means go for it. If the Seahawks are kind of like more likely to want to just move on from Russell Wilson and just make it 2 first-round picks at most, and a 3rd rounder, you want to throw that in there too, and maybe 1 veteran player, 1 decent okay player, I'd be down with that. Honestly, I really think it's worth it, even with Russell Wilson's kind of the kind of offensive collapse during the second half of the season last year. I think Russell Wilson's he's due for a bounce back season, and behind it, an actual competent offensive line in Washington compared to what they have the fucking Seahawks, where it's basically Dwayne Brown or die. Yeah, by all means,
so true.
So like that, like why not? If that's what they're asking, but if they're asking you for like a Ricky Williams highway robbery type of situation, don't fucking do it, okay?
Worst trade in NFL history.
Seriously,
for sure.
That's so
Worst.
stupid. That's Mike
Worked out
Dick
for the Dolphins.
Yeah, I know, right? Seriously though, yeah. So I think you're next, Raj, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, honestly, all in all, it's a no for me, dog. Only because Washington has a very young and fairly talented roster. What's the point in giving up so many future assets in a 33-year-old quarterback that has proven that he can only really play the first half of the season? No point. That's literally all it is. And again, along with the point that you mentioned, they're losing a lot of fucking players and free agents this year, especially on the O-line. And they really got to use those picks to rebuild their roster that they're losing, as well as just fucking spots on their roster were just absolute shit, because we know they are. There's some high highs on the team, some really fucking low lows. So I mean, they got to keep those picks, and why not draft a Matt Corral or a Malik Willis, something like? I could see them taking a quarterback
That'd
here.
be a good choice too, yeah.
Right? Like I rather than giving up 2, 3.
Yeah, it'd only be like their 5th quarterback in the last like 3 years. That's pretty
facts. But I mean, they kind of need it because Taylor Heineke potentially has the weakest arm of a starting quarterback that we've seen in a while.
He's
Big Ben.
Yeah.
Big Ben.
I don't know if he's the
Big
answer.
Ben.
With the old Big Ben,
Yeah, a 40-year-old Big Ben with a fucking robotic arm, right?
Mummified, ancient ass Big Ben.
I'm being stupid, bro. I'm being.
But
I'm
kidding. But J-Lev, I have one quick question though. When you said that a lot of free agents, again, I only saw Brandon Scherf. Who else is costly to give up?
It's really just Brandon Scherf.
My thing is Brandon Scherf. Eric Flowers has been a very good guard for them the past few years.
He's been solid.
He has a bad reputation because he was a high draft pick for the Giants and then was a busted.
No, I agree with that.
He got kicked in the inside and has been more than serviceable.
Yes.
Then you're looking at it. I understand. I'm not just talking about this year. I'm talking about moving forward, because what you're absorbing when you trade these picks is Russell Wilson's contract. And then you have a Chase Young extension looming. Next year, Chase Roulier, who's a very good center for them, is hitting the market. So I'm just looking at this from a future perspective. Terry McLaurin's contract is looming. These are contracts that you're not going to be able to make if you get this $40 million cap hit from Russell Wilson.
That's true, yeah. I was just thinking next year, but yeah, that's a good point.
Eric Flowers, I think, is still on the team for another year or two. I don't think it was. I think he got extended. before he came in.
Are you? I was fairly
The
sure
Dolphins
he
either
was
gave him a
not.
2 or 3 year. The Dolphins only had him for 1 and then moved him over. He's on the
Yeah,
free
they signed him to a
agency.
3-year, $30 million prior to last season. So yeah.
Okay, never mind. So he did get his extension. My bad. I thought he signed a 1
Yeah,
year.
he got signed with the Dolphins. The Dolphins traded him. So,
yeah,
he's still on the team. So it's only Brandon Scherf that's the big guy.
I mean,
and he actually in PFF,
pretty big too.
huh?
Bobby McCain as well. That's starting safety.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, but he's not good. Bobby Kane's not fucking good.
I mean, he's not.
Shots fired.
you would know that as a Dolphins fan, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it would. He's not fucking good. There's a reason we let him go and drafted like 7 more safeties because that's what we do apparently.
Hey, let's shit on Javon Holland. Shout out Canada.
Yeah, Brandon Jones and Javon Holland, amazing, right?
Yeah,
Way better than
Brandon
fucking
Jones.
and Eric Rowe. Eric Rowe's been pretty good for us too. But so basically, Brandon Scherf is going, and here's what I'm gonna say. I don't agree that they should trade, but it's not for any of those reasons. It's for the reason that their fucking secondary is goddamn garbaggio, right?
Yeah.
Like that secondary just got fucking destroyed up and down the field, and it's Russell Wilson's a great quarterback. Okay, he's not someone you ask to do a ton, but you ask him to run your offense. Hey, yo, we're gonna give you a stout defense, some decent weapons. Just get us up and down the field. Don't fuck it up. Field goal us, get some TDs, and that's what Russell Wilson's.
You don't think he can carry teams, Russell?
I don't think he can. I think he's like what you would consider a top 10, but there's a difference between 5 and 10, right? Like there's a huge difference between 5 and 10.
There is. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and I think that's where Wilson lacks. Like he
doesn't
have to carry you. So
I
he's
just
the
have a
guy that would
question.
take you to championship rounds, and that's great. And
So
you need
I
him to
just
run
have-
that, but you can't
I just
rely
have
on
a
him.
question
What's
about
up?
this Russell Wilson narrative that has been built over the past offseason. Are we
Sure.
forgetting that Russell Wilson went to 10 straight?
Stop. We already know that Russell Wilson, if he has a defense, he's good.
10
Yeah,
straight
he's-
playoff
he's
appearances.
without a
That
defense.
That
Supreme
defense
game-time
has been
manager.
dead since 2016. I don't want to hear he was carried all the time. Yes, they got him to a Super Bowl and they got him a ring.
But
Cool.
if he
He
has
has
Chase
5
Young,
years.
but if he has Chase Young,
I mean, okay, the Washington defense proved they aren't as good as we thought they were last year.
Yeah,
They're still decent. They still got some talent.
We have talent. It's just people figured out that it's like, oh, you don't have an offense. If we have an
Or a
offense,
secondary.
I love you guys D line.
Or a secondary.
If Seattle's going to take this trade up to draft day, then Washington isn't going to pay the price.
I don't think that Washington's going to pay the price.
Okay, that's
thank
true.
you, Z2. Thank you, Toby. Go
But
ahead.
My point to this was you need him. He's basically like a very, very good quarterback but isn't. I would not rely on him to fucking pull me out and catch me up 2 touchdowns. I'm not fucking doing it, especially on a bad secondary. Do you want him to go out there and be like, hey guys, Bobby McCain's out there. We're probably gonna get scored on, so it's gonna be 21-0. Can you carry us back? You trust
Let's
Russell
speed
Wilson
up.
to get 21
Let's speed up
points
these
back?
last 2 takes. I have a betting analysis take that I want to
Oh
get
yeah,
into.
sure. But I want that honest answer. Does anyone believe if they were down 21, they would take Russell Wilson and go for it?
I would. I'm serious. He
Really?
threw 40
You
touchdowns
take
not
him?
that long ago. And I mean, the defense is on the opposite side of the field. So he's not physically having to worry about that. Like
I mean,
in terms
okay,
of not having enough weapons to lean on. Like, because you think
How
about
many
his early
comeback
days with
wins
Seattle.
does Russell Wilson actually have? Anybody
Okay,
really
is
know
that-
that answer?
I'm
How many comeback wins does he have?
How many quarterbacks in the
he's
NFL
very
are you
clutch.
taking? How many quarterbacks in the NFL are you actually taking over Russell Wilson on a given day?
No,
Not
that's
many,
not
not
That's what I'm saying.
many.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not the question.
Maybe-
The question
maybe-
is, am I trading
Okay.
away my future for a team that has a bad secondary
Okay,
to
I'm
go out
agreeing.
there on an old
I already
quarterback?
agreed with you in saying that I don't think I make the trade. I'm saying that if you were a team, which apparently Washington is, because they approached Seattle about him, how many quarterbacks
No.
would you genuinely?
Washington's been doing stupid shit for decades now. So let's
Okay,
not
this
say
is
that this
fair.
franchise is gonna be making a good
That's
move.
fair. Look, their owner. That's all I need to say. But they approached Seattle about a quarterback that we know is proven in the NFL. He's won Seattle
top 10,
games.
easy.
How many? Yeah, but I'm asking you, how many quarterbacks on a given day would you take over Russell Wilson? It's no more than 7. It's no more than 7.
Look, that.
So
that's
why
my
are
point,
you?
though. He's still-
By the way, he's 17.
If you're arguing, he's my thing.
So
is he's arguing
wait. I want to
about
get
a
into that.
quarterback-
I do want to get into this topic. I do want to get into this topic with the amount of show time that we have left. Okay. So let's get into Mike. Mike,
Well, Z
I just want a
got it.
quick. I just want a quick one because I want to get into this.
Well, Z2 didn't do his either.
Z didn't go either.
Z. All right. So then we'll just sound off really fast.
Yeah, go.
Does going for Wilson help them? Yes or no?
Don't do the trade. Get Jimmy G. Draft Sauce Gardner next.
Thank you.
W.
Okay.
It's so much better. Like it really
No,
does.
no. We're just dropping takes, Mike.
Yeah.
They're trading if Aaron Rodgers comes back. They're trading for Derek Carr.
Okay, there we go. So Washington lands Derek Carr. I like this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this very next segment is potentially not yet, but we are getting ahead of what may happen really quick. This segment is brought to you by oddschecker.com. Again, oddschecker.com. Be sure to head over to oddschecker.com to get all of your best props and all of your best odds for any and every bet, no matter what the sport is, on any line, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, tonight here on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, all right, we are not endorsing not one, but two sports books, because these both sports books are going to give you the best odds depending on what you are taking, okay? Here's what it's looking like for our UFC fight night tomorrow. All right. Well, is it Saturday? Yeah, UFC is going on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday.
Tomorrow.
I can't wait.
Here's what we're looking at.
Me and J Love are like,
I can't wait, man.
Here, listen. I need everyone to be very specific. Okay, if you are a pen and pad, if you are a Samsung Notes person, an iPhone, Apple Notes person, whatever the fuck your thing is, this is what you're looking at the current moment. Your best odds for gambling tomorrow are Masvidal. If you want Masvidal to win, I'm going to give you the both odds for both. If you are picking Masvidal, you want to play Masvidal on FanDuel. If you play him on DraftKings, it's plus 260. If you play him on FanDuel, it's plus 265. Okay.
What's I just want to ask you because you haven't pulled up. Okay, never mind. I'll wait.
If this one is a brand new shout out by the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. We have never, ever shout out this sports book here on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. If you want to play Colby Covington and you want to get your best odds for that right now, it's looking like at a minus 313 on Maximum Bet will get you the best odds for Colby Covington. Okay?
Minus 313 is the best?
Is the best.
Oh my God.
Yep.
So if you want to play Covington, you are playing Covington on Maximum Bet. Okay?
That's wild.
Across the board, we are looking at a 255 to 260 on Jorge Masvidal. We are looking at a minus 330 to minus 335 on Covington across this whole spread on all books. Who do we think will win and why? Drop the mic, FF.
So here we go. If I am betting on this one, I am betting on FanDuel because I think Jorge is going to win this fight. I actually think Jorge is in Colby's head. That's the main reason I think that's going to happen.
So looking at what I'm looking at, I'm getting 260 or plus 260 everywhere on Masvidal. Okay, so even if I'm playing on DK, I'm liking what you're saying. I may not get that 265 on FanDuel, but I can sacrifice if I'm still willing to take the Masvidal. So I think that on Masvidal right now, the lowest bet is on points bet. The lowest odds are on points bet. And I don't think that any of us on our channel are playing on points bet. So focusing towards our demographics, our best shit is FanDuel at the 265, but playing at 260 on DraftKings or Maximum, I'm okay with.
Yeah. So the one thing I want to add to one thing that I think could happen is because I think he's in Colby's head. I think Colby's going to come out firing. I'm not saying it's going to be exactly like it, but we could possibly at some point see a Askren Masvidal 2.
Oh wow!
It might not have to be a knee, but it could be something just a quick.
I've heard that narrative a lot actually. So you're not the only person that said that. Mike.
Yeah.
Wait,
No, I know,
for who?
yeah.
Wait, what's your pick?
No, he was saying.
I'm picking Masvidal, but what I'm saying is because I think Colby is going to be so amped up, we could have a situation like Askren where Askren came in firing and Jorge could catch him with something.
I like it. Let's get into our next take. This is super important stuff, guys. Because this is your biggest bet before March Madness. We'll get into some March Madness shit coming up here in the next week. But for this weekend, we need you guys to lock in and focus. Z2.
I have no idea. Take DeJounte Murray over 21.5 points tomorrow.
Agreed. Yeah, facts.
Sorry, I don't watch fights.
Yeah, me too.
I throw grass all day and just go to sleep. So
country as fuck, ladies and gentlemen. Country as fuck. Pang, what are you thinking on this one?
I don't watch UFC anymore. It's been a minute. Last time I watched UFC, Marco Krokop was dominating. So it's been a minute.
Oh, whoa, wait, big. That's a big shout out. I
love Marco Krokop. What can do is amazing.
Pang, I'm gonna suggest for you to bet on this weekend. I'll wait till my take so that you can place that bet. But I think that you're gonna win some money. Raj,
no, I'm down. Send me a bet.
As much as I disagree with his character and his political beliefs, I think Kobe Covington beats any welterweight in the world not named fucking Kamaru Usman and possibly Khamzat, or however the fuck you pronounce his name.
Khamzat Chimaev.
I still don't know how to pronounce that guy's name.
Chimaev.
But yeah, I think I would safely say he is a top 3 welterweight in the UFC at this current moment, and it's not gonna go well in Masvidal's favor. There is that narrative that he's probably one of the most overhyped fighters in even history. People say, right after that Askren fight, he had an amazing 2019, got overhyped to hell, most hyped up fighter we've seen in a while at that point. And then
think that you don't
came back
want to
down
bet
to
against me. I think that you don't want to bet against me.
No, I get it, but like at the end of the day, okay, I'll say this:
Are you playing the pools tomorrow? Are you playing the pools?
I don't know.
Send me your DraftKings username so I can hand you your fucking ass.
All right, we'll see. Okay, no, I'll say this: if it goes past 2 rounds, Masvidal's chances severely reduce. If it goes past 2 rounds, he's true. Right? That's what we know that, right? Mm-hmm. So if it's not done in the first 2 rounds, I think Kobe takes it, and I think it'll be in a close decision. But that's where I gotta go.
Yo, and I'm gonna tell y'all straight up before we get into David and Jay Love's tape. Tomorrow's fight's gonna go harder than a fucking young NBA diss against fucking Lil Durk. I'm letting y'all know straight up.
I like that.
I'm letting y'all know straight up. Hey! And guess who's Lil Durk? Masvidal, baby.
Hey, Dirk dropped something too.
Yo, Dirk went all Dirk body NBA. We'll talk about it at the end. David, J Love.
Yeah. Well, I don't know jack shit about gambling, nor do I know jack shit about UFC. I'm just gonna say Masvidal because I recognize his name more. So take whatever you want with it.
Wait,
okay?
if I send you a link to watch the fights with me, will you watch them?
I'll watch them. Yeah, I'll tune in.
Okay.
Well, actually,
it's gonna be entertaining.
What time's the fight tomorrow? Because they got work like tomorrow morning. So.
They're night. It's a nighttime thing.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Y'all you asked fucking time zone question.
11.
That's hard.
Main event's probably kicking off at 11.
That's
11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right?
Yeah.
11 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm gonna try to.
UFC is terrible for Eastern.
Not main event. By the way, I'm talking about.
What we'll do is we'll have one of the. We'll have one of the Rumboyz drop you guys the link in the Discord if you're missing the fights. I'm gonna be out tomorrow because I actually have to host an exclusive UFC fight party. I'm getting paid to do it.
Dope.
Yeah, I actually what pisses me off is like I'm not allowed to film anything on camera. I'm gonna see what I can get on camera, like little sneaks in here and there. But because the event's pay-per-viewed, it's one of those no camera phones allows. But
How early are you going? How early are you going?
So my set starts at 7:45. So I'm probably not gonna start my set until 8.
You'll be there. You'll be there for the prelims.
Yeah, I'll show
You
prelims
can-
on my Snapchat.
yeah.
Everything will be
Yeah.
on my Snapchat at Rumboyz Robbie, but I
Yeah.
won't. I have to be very careful tomorrow because I am
Yeah.
getting paid for the gig.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah, if y'all want behind the scenes shit for the calls tomorrow, it's all gonna be on my Snapchat. J Love, what is your
Yep.
prediction for tomorrow? I know that. Yeah.
I want to ask you this because you have the bets pulled up. What is the line on Masvidal by decision?
Hang on.
Because
you
I
wanna-
know I want to know Masvidal by decision.
1 second. So to go to distance, if Masvidal is to win it, you're looking at a minus 122 on FanDuel. So FanDuel is still giving you the best odds. If it is Covington, you're looking at a plus 116. You need to switch that bet over to points bet. It is not going to happen on maximum for you. If you do it on maximum,
then
it's going to be at plus 100.
Yeah, if I was a betting man, I know that most lines are going to have this as the least likely decision for Jorge Masvidal, and that is going to be by decision. I understand that Colby is the type of person that he's going to drag you down. He's going to hug on you. He's going to make you tired. I think that this is going to be a little bit overplayed because Jorge Masvidal, for all the discredit he's gotten in the past few weeks about, he got knocked out by Kamaru, who doesn't have all this power, who couldn't even knock out Colby.
Wait, I have to correct you. I'm sorry. You want Masvidal by decision?
By decision, yeah.
Is it by decision or TKO or
by
technical decision?
No,
so
by decision.
If we go by decision, it is plus 1,200.
Exactly. That was my point. That's my point. It's going to be great odds. Jorge Masvidal has one of the most underrated cardio and gas tanks that I've ever seen. He went 5 rounds with Kamaru Usman dragging all over him on 6 days' notice. And stuffed,
that was
and stuffed 11 out of Kamaru Usman's 16 takedown attempts. So if we are getting the takedown defense that we've seen out of Jorge Masvidal against Colby Covington, who for his credit is a great wrestler, I do think that Jorge can take this to decision and would be a great bet.
If you want Covington by submission, to what J Love just said, you're looking at the best. FanDuel is going plus 900. FanDuel's going plus 900.
Subs though. Colby doesn't throw subs. The only
I know,
thing he'll attack
but I have to do a job.
I know.
It is plus 900. If you go off of what you just said, it is plus 900.
And I'm telling you guys right now, if that happens, I would be shocked. The only submission Colby has ever thrown in his career is a rear naked choke, and he's gotten.
I know this.
He's gotten one of them in 30 pro fights. So do not bet Colby Covington by sub.
No, you're not gonna play that. Right now, here are what we are looking at, ladies and gentlemen. Before I deliver my take to close out the show,
one thing, sneaky bet for prelims. If you're like an addict like me, I love Jalen Turner on the prelims. I think he can get a first round knockout. That would be a sneaky bet that I would love to play on the prelim card.
And I back J Love up on that.
I love Jalen Turner. He's so good.
Really quick for tomorrow and for tomorrow only. All right. This is the first time that 3 sports books are going to be distinctive in one event. So I need you guys to take your bets and take them properly. Okay. FanDuel, PointsBet, and Maximum Bet are where you are playing tomorrow. Okay. If you already have it, I'm not playing. I'm going to play on DraftKings personally because that's my home. They hooked me up with a couple of different things. FanDuel, PointsBet, and Maximum Bet, though, for the casual player, if you're not getting hookup, if you're not getting, anything else, that's where you really need to be, okay? I need to say that one more time. You're looking for your maximum payout on tomorrow night's UFC event. Whether you're choosing Masvidal or Covington, your sports books are FanDuel, PointsBet, and Maximum Bet, all right? Now, with that being said, I get that FanDuel is giving you the best favorites on Covington by decision or a technical decision, like an eye poke or like a nut shot or some shit like that, at the 105 mark. Because of, there's a reason why they're giving you those odds, right? if anything, I'm probably going to play more so on that plus 800 side. I just feel like at a plus 800 on the DraftKings, on a BetMGM, on a more consistent basis, I'm going to get the most fair play, which is why I may go with some of those other books that I did not mention in the top 3 for this weekend's event. Now, to break down this event outside of the sports book breakdowns, I am going to take Masvidal via the knockout. I just feel so confident at a plus 400.
Exactly.
Like at plus 400, you're talking about for the type of player that I am.
I was shocked to hear that Covington was minus 300.
350. He's 350.
Well,
yeah, he's 350.
I looked at the opening lines and I saw 245 for the most part was the consensus for Covington, and I was like, "Oh, that's fair."
Do you know what book you were looking on?
I believe it was DraftKings. I believe it was DraftKings.
Yeah, that sounds like
the opening line was minus 245 for
that. That sounds like a DK line.
And I was like, that makes sense because Covington's wrestling and everything like that. I understand him being the favorite.
Really quick.
300 is a massive favorite.
Really quick, 1-800-GAMBLER if you do have a problem. We have to make sure, because we are talking about a gambling segment. YouTube, please love us, respect us, like, comment, and subscribe. With that being said and with that being stated, I think that this is one that I maybe am not. I can play on any book that I want. I'm probably going to play on the book that I feel the most comfortable with. At plus 800, I feel good about the payout. At $10, or I'm sorry, at plus 400. I'm sorry. Wow, fuck. At plus 400, I'm feeling confident about the payout on a Masvidal TKO. At plus 400. Whether it's for 400, 420, 333, 425, or 400.
I'm about to put a parlay in.
I'm willing to take that no matter what, either way.
I'm about to put in a parlay.
Me personally, I'm going to play Masvidal across all boards. You guys can hate me for not hedging. You guys can say I'm a pussy for not hedging the fight. Say what you want. I'm not hedging the fight tomorrow. I'm going Masvidal. If I lose, I lose. And that's my take. I don't like Covington. Nothing will allow me to bet on Covington. It's just not going to happen. Like plus 2,800 for a fucking submission on points bet. Like, no. Plus 6,600 on a draw or a technical draw? No. No.
I saw one bet. All right, let me look up where it's from. Plus 2,500 for the fight to end in the first 2 minutes.
Give me that.
I kind of like it.
But anyone have anything else to add on that closing topic?
No, I don't know anything about UFC.
Like I said, as much as I hate Covington and the human being that he is, I think I gotta take him in this fight, man.
What's his deal? I don't know much about him.
Look, Colby Covington was
huge Trump. Oh, fucking shit, dude.
Yeah, Colby Covington was a normal human being, and then he was going to get cut from the UFC, so he made some very derogatory comments and played into a character.
So Dana White started caving in like a bitch and signed him to an extension or something like that, so he could,
essentially,
Dana White's a bitch.
Fucking stupid.
Yep.
Fuck Dana White.
They're like the two hate each other. Like this fight. Like Saturday's gonna be a bloodbath. If you're a fan, whether you're a fan of betting, whether you're a fan of UFC, this weekend's compelling for you to be involved. This weekend's a needle mover. This weekend is also a needle mover because of like how many more states that can open up betting and shit. If you can bet, if you feel confident, if you feel compassionate, bet. If you have it,
I'm about to put in a parlay.
Look, Hey, yo, shout out to my homie. Shout out to my homie. Excuse me. Shout out to my homie Juan over at View House, the manager over at View House. Hey, listen, homie. I'm pulling up tomorrow. We got a table. We already VIP. We doing our thing for the fights. You already know what it is. You know, I'll be on the Snapchat showing y'all our fucking fights. Showing y'all all the reactions and shit at Rumboyz Robbie is where you can follow me. But tomorrow's real. Tomorrow's real. So get your bets in. Get your bets in. I think that right now, the next 6 hours is probably the best time that you have to beat the bookie. For real, for real. Other than that, let's get into some outros. J Love.
You guys should know where to find me for the most part at Rumboyz J Love on Twitter. Hit me up on rumboyz.com for the articles. Other than that, it's draft season. You already know what we got going on. It's time for me to get my grind going with the combine going on. And that's all for me.
David.
Yeah, you can follow me on David G Sports TV on Twitter. You can also follow our podcast, OTH Football Pod, on Twitter as well. Feel free to support our channel. We're starting to come out with a lot of great off-season content, talking about head coaching changes and all that stuff. So those two places you can find me. And yeah, just happy to be on the show with you guys again for a great show.
Let's go, Raj.
All right. Hit me with a follow at Rumboyz Raj on Twitter. That's about really it. Like, I mean, I'll occasionally release an article on Rumboyz.com. You know, I've been kind of slacking with that shit, but we'll get back at it. But that's about it. Catch me here every Friday. That's all.
Pang. Pang.
You catch me on Pang's Picks FF on Twitter. Find me at fantasy6pack.net. We just opened up best ball season for freaking underdogs, so I'll be dropping articles again. And then, yeah, catch you on Stash.
Okay. Z2.
You can catch me on Twitter at Z2 Fantasy. Make cool pictures. So, yeah, that's about it.
Drop the mic.
You can find me at Drop the Mic FF. Find me here a lot. You can find me at Going for Two, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram trying to make cool graphics like the other guy next to me.
Yeah, I've seen both of you guys' stuff. Y'all got some great stuff. It's awesome.
You know, I'm not trying to like.
He's half my age, but he's my mentor.
I'm not trying to be like this cocky, conceited, fucking mastermind P Diddy, Master P, Birdman asshole. I have a really good
rappers.
So many rappers. 50 Cent. I have this really good knack though of like finding really compelling, really good talent for you guys to be able to love, respect, and enjoy. You got Mike dropping art. You got Z2 dropping art. Raj does it here and there. You got the homie J Love doing the rookie shit. Guys, art is meant to be compelling. It's meant to be dangerous, and that comes down to even your football analysis. It's meant to have for you to have fun. It's meant to kind of be your break, you know, from everything. So that's what we're here to do. That's what we do, and we're never gonna stop. Really, honestly, doing that. So if you're not with it, get lost. Other than that, it's your boy Rumboyz Robbie. I think I'm probably gonna go out and be a degenerate tonight. Why?
Because you can.
That's the correct answer. Because I can do that. I probably shouldn't do this last shot.
Yeah, I was about to say it's too late not to now. You know? I'm kidding.
Well, motherfucker, I have already poured it. And I've already I'm turning like my volume all the way up so like we can hear this song I'm about to play. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Rumboyz Robbie. This is the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz girls want to do. Dilly dilly. Join Stats. Download Monkey Knife Fight. Let's go.
Let's do that.
Hold up. Baby, because I'm a thug.
Oh, God.
This ain't for show. Ladies and gentlemen, we love you guys. We want to leave you with positive vibes. And we hope you have a great Friday night, leading a Saturday. Hug and kiss the people that you love the most. Read a book, light an incense. Tomorrow's fight night. We enter Saturday with positive vibes. Cheers to me, cheers to you. We love all of you.